dare to love. I choose a world where we dream, and the limit is the sky. And this world is my home where I'm living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics.
Living my best life.
Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
Well, thank you very much. It's a great honor to have you here. It's Ukraine, and I actually think there won't be. I think that's even overrated, largely overrated, but we're going to find. How are you? Nice to see you. That's a good way to do it. Not too long. That's a very 2, 1. Yeah. All of us would obviously prefer an immediate ceasefire while we work on a lasting peace, and maybe something like that could happen. As of this moment, it's not happening, but President Zelensky and President Putin can talk a little bit more about that. You know, in the 6 or so wars that we stopped, we haven't had a ceasefire, and so I don't know that it's necessary. You can do it through the war, but it would be, I like the ceasefire from another standpoint. You immediately stop the killing. But I believe a peace agreement at the end of all of this is something that's very attainable, and it can be done in the near future. With all of the wars that I got involved in, we only have this one left. Of course, as I walk out the door, there'll probably be a new one starting, and I'll get that stopped too. But I thought this was going to be one of the easier ones. It's actually one of the most difficult. They're very complex.
Complicated negotiations, and to be honest,
we're united. So that's why it's a very.
To be honest, we all would like to see.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला।
Sarah, this is your space, play it your way.
What makes you a legend? Maybe that you're followed by everyone. Maybe that you follow no one. Maybe both. 10 years of Creta. Legend forever.
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
During Operation Sindoor, India adopted a tri-service approach. It was a whole of the government approach. Every single organ of the state was utilized to bring to bear its power upon Pakistan. It was a well-coordinated tri-service Army, Navy, Air operation. We all know what the Air Force and the Army did. They hit the terror camps, they had the fire assaults on the line of control, and then the Indian Air Force hit 11 out of 12 major air bases of Pakistan. Approximately 20 Pakistani aircraft
From your smart screens to your smart television, trending stories are breaking the internet, and tonight we will get you the visuals of Prime Minister meeting India's space hero Shubhanshu Shukla. He gifted the Prime Minister the Indian tricolour that he had taken with him to the International Space Station. And next, incessant rainfall has paralysed Mumbai. Streets are waterlogged, schools, colleges and offices are closed, and flights are delayed, diverted or cancelled. And then we'll get you the viral moment from Trump-Zelensky meeting. Even though there was no Oval Office drama like the last time, Donald Trump praised Zelensky for his black blazer. He, however, forgot about the Finland president despite the name cards placed on the table. Donald Trump was seen searching for him, prompting Finnish president to respond with a polite, "Here I am." And this is trending. I'm Akanksha Khajure. Let's get started. India's space journey is gearing up for its next big leap, the Gaganyaan mission, and astronaut Shubhanshu Shukla, in fact, says that he's all set for the challenge. On Monday, Shukla, in fact, met with the Prime Minister at his residence and dressed in his ISRO astronaut jacket. He was welcomed with a warm hug. The Prime Minister walked beside him with arms around his shoulder. He even brought back a piece of space with him, showing the Prime Minister photos that he had clicked on the International Space Station right off his tablet. Watch their exchange on your screens. From floating in zero gravity to bringing back lessons that could shape India's space future, Shubhanshu Shukla's journey is now lighting the way forward for Gaganyaan, India's own human space flight mission.
ये आज के भारत में वो उसको सपने देखने की जरूरत नहीं है, उसको मालूम है कि ये पॉसिबल है।
मैंने जब आपको होमवर्क कहा था तो उसका क्या प्रोग्रेस हुआ है?
और आपसे बात करते वक्त सर पीछे जो मेरे
तिरंगा लगाया था,
ये वही तिरंगा है।
और आप मूंग और मेथी का प्रयोग का क्या है?
बहुत अच्छा है सर। मेरे ही क्रूमेट जो मेरे साथ थे साइन करवा के लिख के लेके गए हैं कि जब भी आपका गगनयान जाएगा आप हमें इनवाइट करेंगे और लॉन्च के लिए जल्दी से जल्दी हमें आपके व्हीकल में बैठ के जाना है।
आप लोग जब इतनी बड़ी यात्रा करके वापस पहुंचते हैं,
जी सर,
काफी कुछ चेंज फील होता होगा। जस्ट मैं समझना चाहता हूँ वो किस प्रकार से अनुभव करते हैं आप लोग।
सर जब ऊपर भी जाते हैं तो वहाँ का जो वातावरण है, एनवायरनमेंट है, वो अलग है, ग्रेविटी नहीं है।
आप जाते हैं उसमें तो सीटिंग अरेंजमेंट वैसा ही रहता है, जो
वैसे ही रहता है सर,
और पूरे 23-24 घंटे उसमें निकालना पड़ता है।
हाँ सर, लेकिन एक बार जब आप अंतरिक्ष में पहुंच जाते हैं तो आप सीट खोल के, अपना हार्नेस खोल के आप उसी कैप्सूल में आप मूव अराउंड, आप जा सकते हैं, इधर उधर चीजें कर सकते हैं।
इतनी जगह है उसमें?
बहुत तो नहीं है सर, लेकिन थोड़ी बहुत है।
मतलब आपका फाइटर जेट का कॉकपिट है, उससे तो ज्यादा अच्छा है।
उससे तो ज्यादा अच्छा है सर। बट पहुंचने के बाद सर काफी कुछ चेंजेस होते हैं, जैसे पूरा आपका हार्ट स्लो हो जाता है, तो वो कुछ बदलाव होते हैं और वो फिर लेकिन 4-5 दिन में बॉडी आपकी यूज्ड टू हो जाती है, वहाँ आप नॉर्मल हो जाते हैं। और फिर जब वापस आते हैं तो फिर वही दोबारा से वही सारे चेंजेस, आप मतलब चल नहीं सकते वापस आते हैं। तो चाहे आप कितने भी स्वस्थ हो। मुझे बुरा नहीं लग रहा था, मैं ठीक था, लेकिन फिर भी जब पहला कदम रखा तो मैं मतलब गिर रहा था, तो लोगों ने पकड़ रखा था मुझे। फिर दूसरा तीसरा, हालांकि मालूम है कि चलना है, लेकिन वो ब्रेन जो है वो उसको टाइम लगता है सर वापस समझने में कि अच्छा अब ये नया एनवायरनमेंट है, नया वातावरण है।
यानी सिर्फ बॉडी का ट्रेनिंग नहीं है, माइंड का ट्रेनिंग ज्यादा है।
माइंड का ट्रेनिंग है सर, बॉडी में ताकत है, मांसपेशियों में ताकत है, लेकिन वो ब्रेन की रीवायरिंग होनी है, उसको दोबारा से ये समझना है कि ये नया एनवायरनमेंट है, अब इसमें आपको चलने के लिए इतनी ताकत लगेगी या इतना एफर्ट लगेगा, वो वापस से समझते हैं सर।
सबसे ज्यादा समय से वहाँ कौन था, कितने समय का?
इस समय सबसे ज्यादा समय लोग एक टाइम पे करीब 8 महीने तक लोग रह रहे हैं सर। इसी मिशन से शुरू हुआ है कि 8 महीने तक रहेंगे।
अभी वहाँ जो लोग मिले आपको?
हाँ, उनमें से कुछ लोग हैं जो कि दिसंबर में वापस आएंगे।
और आपका मूंग और मेथी का प्रयोग का क्या है?
बहुत अच्छा है सर। मैं इस बात से बहुत सरप्राइज था कि लोगों को इसके बारे में पता नहीं था, इन चीज़ों के बारे में। फूड बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है सर एक स्पेस स्टेशन पे। जगह कम है, कार्गो महंगा है, आप कम से कम जगह में ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कैलोरी और न्यूट्रिशन आपको पैक करने की हमेशा कोशिश रहती है, और हर तरह से प्रयोग चल रहे हैं सर। और इनको उगाना बहुत सिंपल है, बहुत ज़्यादा रिसोर्स नहीं चाहिए स्पेस स्टेशन में। छोटा सा एक आप डिश में थोड़ा सा पानी डाल के उनको छोड़ दीजिए, और वो बहुत अच्छे से 8 दिन बाद वो स्प्राउट होना शुरू हो गए थे सर, स्टेशन में ही मुझे दिखने को मिले। तो हमारी जो ये टिपिकल जो हमारे कंट्री के जो ये जो सीक्रेट्स हैं मैं बोलूँगा सर, जैसे ही हमें ये मौका मिला कि हम माइक्रोग्रेविटी रिसर्च में पहुँच पाए, ये वहाँ पहुँच गई। और क्या पता कि ये हमारी फूड सिक्योरिटी प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करें, क्योंकि एस्ट्रोनॉट्स के लिए तो एक तरह से है ही सर स्टेशन में, लेकिन अगर वहाँ सॉल्व होती है तो ये पृथ्वी पे भी लोगों के लिए फूड सिक्योरिटी की प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने में हमारी मदद कर सकती है।
पहला एक बार कोई भारतीय आया
जी सर,
तो भारतीय को देख करके उनके मन में क्या रहता है, क्या पूछते हैं, क्या बात करते हैं, ये बाकी जो दुनिया के देश के लोग होते हैं?
जी सर, मेरा पर्सनल अनुभव जो रहा है सर पिछले 1 साल में, मैं तो जहाँ भी गया, जिससे भी मिला, सभी लोग बहुत खुश हुए मुझसे मिलके, बहुत एक्साइटेड थे बात करने में, आके मुझसे पूछने में कि मतलब आप लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, कैसे कर रहे हैं। और सबसे बड़ी बात ये थी कि सबको इसके बारे में मालूम था कि भारत स्पेस के क्षेत्र में क्या कर रहा है, सबको ये इस बारे में जानकारी थी। और सब मुझसे ज़्यादा तो कई लोग थे जो गगनयान के बारे में इतना एक्साइटेड थे, जो आके मुझसे पूछ रहे थे कि आपका मिशन कब जा रहा है। एंड मेरे ही क्रूमेट जो मेरे साथ थे, मुझसे साइन करवा के लिख के लेके गए हैं कि जब भी आपका गगनयान जाएगा आप हमें इनवाइट करेंगे और लॉन्च के लिए, और उसके बाद जल्दी से जल्दी हमें आपके व्हीकल में बैठ के जाना है। तो मुझे लगता है सर कि बहुत ज़्यादा उत्साह है।
ये सारी आपको टेक जीनियस के रूप में बुलाती थी, क्या कारण?
नहीं सर, वो लोग मुझे लगता है बहुत काइंड है जो इस तरह से बोलते हैं, बट मेरी जो ट्रेनिंग रही है सर, जो एयरफोर्स में ट्रेनिंग रही है, और उसके बाद हम लोग ने टेस्ट पायलट की ट्रेनिंग की सर। तो मैं एयरफोर्स में जब गया था तो मुझे लगा था कि पढ़ाई नहीं करनी पड़ेगी, बट मुझे इसके बाद बहुत पढ़ाई करनी पड़ी जो मुझे पता नहीं था। और टेस्ट पायलट बनने के बाद तो एक ये काइंड ऑफ एक इंजीनियरिंग का एक डिसिप्लिन बन जाता है सर। इसरो में ट्रेनिंग की, हमारे साइंटिस्ट ने हमको पढ़ाया तो 3-4 साल, तो मुझे लगता है कि हम लोग काफ़ी अच्छे से तैयार थे सर इस मिशन के लिए जब पहुंचे।
मैंने जब आपको होमवर्क कहा था तो उसका क्या प्रोग्रेस हुआ है?
बहुत अच्छा प्रोग्रेस हुआ है सर, और लोग काफ़ी हंसे थे मेरे साथ। उस मीटिंग के बाद उन्होंने मुझे चढ़ाया भी था कि आपके प्रधानमंत्री ने आपको होमवर्क दिया है। दिया तो है, और बहुत ज़रूरी है सर। हमें इस बात का आभास था, मैं गया ही इसलिए था। मिशन तो एक सक्सेसफुल हुआ है सर, हम लोग वापस आ गए हैं, लेकिन ये मिशन अंत नहीं है, मिशन तो शुरुआत है। तो
अरे तो मैंने उसी दिन भी कहा,
आपने उस दिन बोला था सर,
हमारा पहला कदम है,
पहला कदम है सर। तो इस पहले कदम का मेन जो उद्देश्य था वो यही था कि हम कितना कुछ इससे सीख के हम वापस ला सकते हैं।
लेकिन सबसे बड़ा काम होगा हमारे सामने, एक बहुत बड़ा एस्ट्रोनॉट का पूल होना चाहिए हमारे पास
सर।
हमारे सामने 40-50 लोग
सर
रेडी इस प्रकार का
सर।
अब तक तो शायद बहुत कम बच्चों के मन में होता होगा, हाँ यार ये कुछ अच्छा है
सर।
लेकिन अब आपके आने के बाद शायद वो विश्वास भी बहुत बढ़ेगा, आकर्षण भी बढ़ेगा।
सर जब मैं छोटा था, राकेश शर्मा सर पहली बार गए थे 1984 में, पर एस्ट्रोनॉट बनने का सपना कभी मेरे मन में नहीं आया, क्योंकि हमारे पास कोई प्रोग्राम नहीं था, कुछ भी नहीं था सर। बट मैं जब इस बार गया सर स्टेशन में तो 3 बार मैंने बच्चों से बात की। एक बार लाइव इवेंट था सर और 2 बार रेडियो के थ्रू उनसे बात हुई। और तीनों इवेंट में सर एक बच्चा था हर इवेंट में जिसने पूछा कि सर मैं कैसे एस्ट्रोनॉट बन सकता हूँ। तो मुझे लगता है कि ये अपने आप में हमारे देश के लिए बहुत बड़ी सफलता है सर कि आज के भारत में वो उसको सपने देखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, उसको मालूम है कि ये पॉसिबल है, हमारे पास ऑप्शन है और हम बन सकते हैं। और आपने जैसा कहा सर कि ये जिम्मेदारी है मेरी, मुझे लगता है मुझे बहुत मौका मिला कि मैं अपने देश का रिप्रेजेंट कर पाया हूँ और अब ये मेरी जिम्मेदारी है कि अब मैं ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों को यहाँ तक पहुँचाऊँ।
अब स्पेस स्टेशन और गगनयान
सर
2 हमारे बड़े मिशन हैं
सर,
उसमें आपका एक्सपीरियंस बहुत काम आएगा।
तो मुझे लगता है सर कहीं ना कहीं हमारे लिए एक बहुत बड़ा मौका है, स्पेशली सर क्योंकि जिस तरह का कमिटमेंट हमारी गवर्नमेंट आपके द्वारा जो है स्पेस प्रोग्राम को सस्टेन्ड बजट एवरी ईयर इन स्पाइट ऑफ फेलियर्स, जैसे कि चंद्रयान 2 सर सक्सेसफुल नहीं हुआ, उसके बाद भी हमने कहा कि नहीं हम आगे बढ़ेंगे, चंद्रयान 3 सक्सेसफुल हुआ। ऐसे ही फेलियर होने के बाद भी अगर इतना सपोर्ट मिल रहा है और ये पूरी दुनिया देख रही है तो कहीं ना कहीं सर हमारी इस समय क्षमता भी है और इस समय पोजीशन भी है, तो हम यहाँ पे एक लीडरशिप रोल एक्वायर कर सकते हैं सर। और एक बहुत बड़ा एक टूल होगा अगर एक ऐसा स्पेस स्टेशन जो लेड बाय भारत बट बाकी लोग आके उसका हिस्सा बने। मैंने सुनी सर आपने जो आत्मनिर्भरता इन स्पेस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग वाली आपने बात की थी सर, तो ये सारी चीजें एक ही तरह से जुड़ी हुई है। जो विजन आपने जो अभी दिया है हमें ये गगनयान का और बैस का और फिर मून लैंडिंग का सर, बहुत बड़ा ड्रीम है सर।
हम अगर आत्मनिर्भर बन के करेंगे तो अच्छा करेंगे।
बिल्कुल सर। मैंने काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें सर स्पेस से फोटोग्राफ वगैरह कोशिश की भारत की लेने की। तो ये भारत यहाँ से शुरू है सर, ये ट्रायंगल ये बैंगलोर है सर, ये हैदराबाद क्रॉस हो रहा है और ये जो फ्लैश आप देख रहे हैं सर ये सारी बिजली चमक रही है सर, बिजली जो पहाड़ों में हो रहा है सर। और ये क्रॉस होते ही जो डार्क एरिया आता है सर ये हिमालय आ जाता है और ये ऊपर की तरफ जो जा रहे हैं सर ये तारे हैं सारे और ये क्रॉस करते ही ये पीछे से सूरज आ रहा है सर।
We really hope you enjoyed that conversation between Prime Minister and Shubhanshu Shukla. Let's now take you to Mumbai. It's now day 4 of the relentless rainfall here in Mumbai. Areas like Andheri, Kurla, Thane and several suburbs have ground to a halt, and the visuals we're about to show you explain exactly why. Water levels have risen dramatically across the city. In heart-wrenching moment caught on camera, a man can be seen swept away by force of the Mithi River in Powai, desperately trying to hold on, but tragically being carried off by the current. Several parts of Mumbai are now reporting water up to the waist. Public transport has been disrupted, and yet, true to the spirit of the city, Mumbaikars are wading through the flood, still making their way to work. Meanwhile, the iconic Oberoi Mall seems to have transformed into an open-air swimming pool. In a lighter moment, amid the chaos, children were seen swimming and splashing about, trying to find a bit of joy in this downpour. In Thane, a car has become stuck under an underpass, nose down, in what looks like a deep pool of water. Bonnet first, quite literally taking a dive into the flood. And watch this visuals from the Mumbai International Airport on your screens. In fact, needless to say, flight operations have been disrupted because of the monsoon there. And that's not all. Dramatic visuals from Gateway of India that we will be showing to you in just some time have also been making headlines because of the Monsoon Mayhem. And all those jokes about Mumbai's railway tracks turning into water rides, well, they've come true now. The tracks from CST to Thane and Kalyan are completely submerged. As you can see on the screen, it's less a commute and more an Imagica-style water park adventure out there. These are the visuals coming in from Mumbai. There is waterlogging at several places across Mumbai, Thane Andheri, Kurla, several places waterlogging has been in fact seen. These are the visuals coming in from Thane, where you can see that white car is completely submerged in water. Flight services have also been in fact disrupted. Hot off the plate and straight to your television screens, these are the top trending stories of the day. Japan is something that you can see on the screen, accompanied by Su-35S and Su-35SM fighters. The Russian Defense Ministry has described the 6-hour flight as a routine long-range aviation mission. Though it was a routine patrol, it gained limelight because the patrol coincided with the large-scale US-South Korea military drills. Brazil's football legend Neymar Jr. donned a jersey inspired by Assam's beloved Gamusa. But he did not just wear the art, he wore Assamese heritage to the world stage, crafted by Assam's own Shantanu Hazarika. The special football jersey that you can see on the screen is part of Konami, a global campaign that intertwines bold Gamusa motifs. It also includes Brahmaputra's dynamic waves and a heavy metal edge, all uniting passion, culture, and identity. Indian Railways is rapidly adopting solar energy as a part of its strategy towards a greener and more sustainable transport network. UP's Varanasi has become the country's first city to have portable solar panels between railway tracks. Indian comedian Zakir Khan has made history by becoming the first Indian stand-up comedian to sell the most tickets for a show in New Jersey, USA. The comedian, in fact, performed in one of the city's most iconic venues. All tickets have been sold out, reflecting the growing popularity of this Indian comedian among the global audience. And the upper reaches of Sonmarg in Jammu and Kashmir witnessed the first snowfall of the season. The fresh spell of snow that you can see on the screen, though unusual for August, has added to the scenic beauty of the valley and is drawing attention from both tourists and the locals there. Officials said that the sudden change in weather comes amid heavy rainfall in several parts of Kashmir, with temperature now also dipping sharply in higher altitudes. And India has found its new representative for the global stage. Manika Vishwakarma from Rajasthan has been named as Miss Universe India 2025, and she will be carrying the country's sash at 74th Miss Universe. An Indian content creator named Explorer Raja has revealed the most racist nation he has encountered so far after traveling to more than 120 countries. In a viral video posted on social media, the content creator claimed that he had a terrible experience at the airport in Georgia, where he was strip searched. He in fact said that the locals were also very unwelcoming and racist. Raja recounted his experience, stating that even after visiting the country with his passport full of stamps and visas as well, he was still treated with suspicion and disrespect at the immigration counter.
To have changed. When I was at the immigration counter and handed over my Indian passport, the lady was like, "What is this? What am I supposed to do with this? Why are you here?" When I say I'm a tourist, what? Indian tourist? No, how?
And 5 people, including 2 children, were injured after a 32-seater high-rise spinning right crashed at the crowded temple in one of the districts in Gujarat. And that is a shocking visual that you can see on the screen. The accident took place around 10:30 p.m. on Sunday, leaving 2 children, 2 women, and the operator hurt. While most of the injured were rushed to the hospital nearby, the local authorities are in fact also rushed to the site to prevent any panic and a possible stampede in the fairgrounds. All right, we have a breaking news news coming in. Remember, the Chinese foreign minister is in the country. Yesterday, he met with his counterpart. Earlier today, he met with Ajit Dovala, national security advisor. And just a while back, in fact, he met with the Prime Minister, and PM Modi has confirmed a visit to China for the SCO summit. In just another 11 days, Prime Minister will be in China for that crucial SCO summit. And that is what the Prime Minister has, in fact, said. He has also said that he is very happy to meet the Chinese foreign minister, and the China-India relationship have progressed over the last few years. He has said, I look forward to our next meeting in China on the sidelines of the SCO summit. Stable, predictable, constructive ties between India and China will contribute significantly to regional as well as global peace and prosperity. This is, in fact, the statement that has come in from Prime Minister Modi on the day when the Chinese foreign minister, in fact, is in the country. He is called on the Prime Minister, in fact, and Prime Minister has emphasized the importance of peace and tranquility on the border for the bilateral relation. Prime Minister, in fact, also welcomed the steady and the positive progress in the bilateral ties since his meeting with President of China in Kazan last year. PM Modi accepted invitation of the Chinese president to attend the SCO summit, and he will be there in another 11 days. He also underscored the stable, the predictable and constructive bilateral tie, which will contribute significantly to the regional and the global peace and prosperity. So this is, in fact, a statement that has come in from Prime Minister as well. On the day when, in fact, the Chinese foreign minister met him. Chinese foreign minister, in fact, landed in the national capital yesterday. Firstly, he met with his counterpart, that is External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar. Yesterday, today, he met with the National Security Advisor and now with the Prime Minister. And in fact, he called on the Prime Minister, and after that, Prime Minister emphasized the importance of the peace and tranquility on the border for bilateral relationship. All these meetings between the Prime Minister and the Chinese, in fact, foreign minister is, in fact, a thaw in the relationship between India and China. Now we're shifting our focus. Another breaking news coming in. Elevated monorail gets stuck between Mysore Colony and Bhakti Park Station amid heavy rainfall in Mumbai. Cranes are being used for the rescue operation there. One monorail is what we're learning near the Mysore Colony station has experienced a minor power supply issue. The operation and maintenance teams are already on the spot, and those are the visuals that you can see on the screen. And they are working to quickly resolve this issue that has in fact come to the fore from Mumbai. Remember, there have been incessant rains there, waterlogging at several areas, and now at this particular spot, the rescue operation is currently underway. We're learning, in fact, that an elevated monorail has gotten stuck between the Mysore Colony and Bhakti Park Station. And this is because of the heavy rainfall that is, in fact, going on in Mumbai. And cranes, as you can see on your screen, cranes are being used for the rescue operation that is underway. One monorail train near Mysore Colony in and around the Mumbai area has experienced a minor power supply issue. The operation and maintenance teams are already at the site. And for now, the services between Wadala and Chembur, they are running smoothly on a single line. And in fact, this is a message that has come to the fore from the administration there, that monorail train that you can see, and this is near the Mysore Colony station that has gotten struck. And we're learning that the crane is there on the spot, and that is something that you can see in the visuals as well. And it appears that people from this monorail are being rescued as well using that crane. And this is happening on the day when there have been incessant rains. The entire city has come to a grinding halt, and at that time we can see that this green color monorail, all the lights inside it have also gone off, and people are being rescued out by that crane as well. And there are the rescuers on the spot. Listen into what they say.
पूरी टीम इन्वॉल्व है, फायर डिपार्टमेंट की और पुलिस की. रेस्क्यू काम चालू है. कितने लोग हैं आपकी जानकारी में ट्रेन में अटके हुए हैं? आप कितने लोग हैं?
All right, so rescue team is there at the spot, and they are saying that rescue operation is currently underway. But look at the visuals on the right-hand side of your screen. The rescue operation is currently underway. That crane is being used to bring out the people from that monorail that you can see on the screen. The green color engine is the monorail. It's an elevated monorail that has gotten stuck between the Mysore colony and Bhakti Park station, and this is because of the heavy rains that are currently underway. As you can see on the screen, the operation and maintenance teams are already on the spot, and they are working to quickly resolve this issue. The service between Wadala and Chembur are running smoothly is what we are learning, but this one monorail has gotten stuck near the Mysore colony, and people are being brought out. And you can also see on the screen how it is still raining in Mumbai, and the entire city has been brought to a screeching halt. There have been waterlogging, several flights which have been diverted, cancelled, diverted to the neighbouring state, and the people there are facing a lot of issues, and that is why the school, colleges, offices have also been closed. But as we can see that some people must have taken this monorail, but this has gotten stuck near the Mysore colony. Between Mysore colony and Bhakti Park station is what we are learning, and this was because of a minor power supply issue, and because of that now it has shut down. And to bring out the people from there, this crane is being used. The rescue operation is currently underway. The teams are there at the spot. We can also see that the police team is there, and the maintenance team, the operation teams are also at the spot, and people are being brought out from that monorail. It appears that there has been some power supply issue. People, you can see on the screen, people are waiting to be rescued one by one, and they are being brought down using that crane. One by one they are being brought down. So this is in fact the situation in Mumbai. There is waterlogging at several places. This monorail has also come to a screeching halt. In fact, flights have been delayed. And this raises a lot of questions on the infra there, but in this particular case, we're learning that this is because of the power supply issue. The power has gone off, and hence this monorail has come to a screeching halt. And to bring out the people from there, this crane is being used. There are several rescue teams that are there on the spot, and one by one, you can see that all of them are being brought down. So it appears that this is going on smoothly right now. The rescue teams are working tirelessly to bring them out one by one using this crane, and these people in fact are being brought out from there. And this to tell all the people who have just joined in, this is in fact an elevated monorail that has got stuck between the Mysore colony and Bhakti Park station, and this is because of the heavy rain. We are learning that there was a minor power supply issue, and right now the operation and maintenance team are already on the spot, and using these cranes, people are being brought out from that area one by one. Just a while back, in fact, we got in a word from the rescue team official as well, and he said that the rescue is currently going on. People are being brought out one by one, but quite shocking what is happening in Mumbai. People are facing a lot of issues. There's waterlogging, flights have been cancelled too. As many as 250 flights have been delayed today. The entire international airport in Mumbai is completely waterlogged. Cars have been submerged, and now on the screen you can see that a monorail has also come to a screeching halt. All right, so in the visuals you can see this is a green monorail that has gotten stuck between the Mysore colony and Bhakti Park station in the heavy rain, and it appears that it's still raining there in Mumbai. And this was, we're learning, this was because of a minor power supply issue. Now to bring out the people, as you can see on the screen, these cranes have been deployed there, and there are people at the spot, the rescue team that are trying to bring them out one by one. These rescue teams are trying to bring them out, and there on the screen you can see how people are cramped up in that monorail, but it appears take a lot of time, because one by one, very carefully, they are being brought out by the rescue team there. The task is tough before the rescue team as well. Now, as you can see on the screen, it is still raining there in Mumbai. People are being brought out one by one. The power supply has been cut off as far as this monorail is concerned. So the task is tough, but appears that in fact, it is going on smoothly there. We'll try and get our reporter to tell us what is in fact going on the ground. But we are learning that this is an incident that has taken place between Mysore Colony and Bhakti Park. Now the rescue operation is currently underway. All right, in fact, we are getting in a statement from the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. Just a while back, he has put out a statement on social media.
और सबसे बड़ी समस्या ये थी कि सफोकेशन ज़्यादा हो रहा था। मैं तो अस्थिर था, लेकिन बहुत सारे लेडीज जो अभी भी फंसे हुए हैं, उनको सफोकेशन हो रहा है, बहुत परेशान हो रहे हैं। तो खिड़की तो अभी लास्ट मोमेंट में अंदर से जबरदस्ती तोड़ा है, तब जाकर के थोड़ी सी हवा मिली है। नहीं तो 1 घंटे से मोनोरेल खड़ा था, वेंटिलेशन का कोई साधन नहीं। इतना पतला सा एक कांच का है, उसको हल्का सा घुमा करके, इतनी पैक पब्लिक है, वो थोड़ा सा वेंटिलेशन क्या काम में आएगा? कुछ भी काम में नहीं आएगा। लोकल ट्रेन बंद है, वो तो मौसम का एक अपना है, कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं, प्राकृतिक आपदा है। लेकिन मोनोरेल की जो सर्विस है ना, हमेशा से खराब रही है, बिल्कुल।
So the rescue operation is currently underway. Those are the visuals on the screen. On the day when there's been incessant rainfall in Mumbai, the entire city has come to a screeching halt. With this, we're taking a very short break. Coming up on the other side is the debate with Arnab Goswami. Stay tuned.
Sarah, this is your space, play it your way. ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
I choose a world where we care and we dare to love. I choose a world where we dream and the limit is the sky. And this world is my home where I'm living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics.
Living my best life.
Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, मसाला।
भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना।
अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना।
इंडिया सोना।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
I could see there in the international arena, it was completely different than what we had in India.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
On the show tonight at 8 p.m, Mega Republic Kannada investigation into the Dharmastala mass burial hoax. As claims fall flat, those attempting to defame the Hindu community now stand completely exposed. At 9 p.m. tonight, how Rahul Gandhi used false data, fraud data, incorrect data that has been admitted to be incorrect data by a cephalogist, Sanjay Kumar himself, and how the Congress party tried to spin it out into some SIR scandal, which now ends up being a Congress data hoax. And ladies and gentlemen, the theories of the masked man and the theories of a mass burial at Dharmastala in Karnataka, an important temple town, have fallen flat. Every single day, the lies around Dharmastala are being exposed one after the other. There have been a series of allegations that have been made, but at the core of it is one simple point, that there were mass burials in and around a temple town, and there was a direct attempt to link Dharmastala with some kind of genocide. Ladies and gentlemen, sections of the media were unfortunately involved in this conspiracy. I call upon the authorities to launch a detailed, deep and unrelenting investigation into the fraud and pseudo-secular media, which has tried to make Dharmastala into a gigantic conspiracy against the Hindu community. The narrative has now collapsed. Counterclaims have emerged. And most importantly, the Hindu community, which was quiet for weeks and months, has started to come out and fight back. I am proud of Republic Kannada, of the only network in Karnataka which has exposed threadbare the gigantic conspiracy using Dharmasthala as a pivot to defame the Hindu community.
Now lawyers are being forced to change their line. Eyewitnesses, so-called, are running away. The masked man claims that he was pressured. The perfect storm is in the mix, ladies and gentlemen, and it is clear to me this conspiracy was actually much larger than it first appeared. Here are the details as of tonight. Then I call upon all right-thinking Indians of the country to make sure that nobody dares to do this with Hindus ever again.
Dharmastala, a site with an average footfall of around 8 million pilgrims annually, has been pushed to the center of a storm. All because a masked man turned up with a skull in his hand and leveled scandalous allegations about what he claimed was hundreds of burials and mass rapes. 17 sites excavated in 47 days. Now the plot has turned upside down. What fueled the entire plot further was fresh missing person complaint from Sujata Bhatt on July 15th. Sujata Bhatt claims to be the mother of MBBS student Ananya Bhatt, who, she says, disappeared in Dharmasthala in 2003. However, in a jarring expose, Republic Kannada has unearthed the most shocking details of the entire anti-Dharmasthala plot, shredding the entire conspiracy point by point. Turns out, the missing girl in the pictures shared by Sujata Bhatt was not her daughter Ananya Bhatt. The girl's real identity is Vasanta. Not just that, Sujata Bhatt's own identity is now under question. Sujata Bhatt claimed that the year her daughter went missing, she was working as a CBI stenographer in Kolkata. However, our investigation reveals that she works as a domestic help in Bengaluru. In fact, in 2003, Sujata Bhatt was in Shivamoga and not in Kolkata as claimed by her. On top of it, the residents of Shivamoga have confirmed that Sujata Bhatt never had any daughter to begin with.
Actually, ಅವರು ವಿಪಲ್ಪೇಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರು 2003 ಇದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ 99-90 2003ವರೆಗೂ ಇದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಆಗಿರೋಂಥದ್ದು ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಬಟ್ ಅವರು ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲೇ ಗಂಡನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರು ಅವರು ಗಂಡ ಪ್ರಭಾಕರ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರ ನಾಯಿಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಕೊಂಡು ಅವರು ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಹಂಗೂ ಹಿಂಗೂ ಬಟ್ ಇವರು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಲನೇ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಬಟ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಾಗಿರೋಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು ಸುದ್ದಿಗಳಿಲ್ಲ.
Republic Kannada also found 2-decade-old interview of Sujata Bhatt to a local newspaper, Kamalavani, where she herself claimed that she looks after stray dogs and she does not have kids. And most importantly, the key complainant himself now says that he was under pressure to make malicious statements against the temple town. Masked man and now Ananya Bhatt. It's all falling apart. Was the entire plot designed to target the holy town? If yes, then who is scripting the anti-Dharmastala plot?
I have Gauranga Das ji, who is the governing body commissioner of ISKCON, joining us today. Gauranga Das ji, namaskar, and thank you for joining us on Republic.
Thank you for inviting me, Arnab.
So it appears to me that this is a huge conspiracy. Unfortunately, people all over India don't know the depth of this conspiracy yet. But those of us who are beginning to know, this was a direct attempt at targeting one of the most sacred sites of Hinduism in Karnataka and around the country. What have you made of the facts you've seen so far?
Arnab, it's very shocking to see the level at which conspiracies can be curated. Of course, we are still in the process of unearthing all the facts, and thanks to the work which you have done, it really looks like we are moving in the direction of unearthing the truth. But basically, temple towns, by their very nature, have the ability to attract people from all directions and transform them spiritually, and also add tremendous value in the economic and social development of a region. And Dharmastala traditionally has been doing that. In fact, when I was designing some of the kitchens, I also sent people to see how the kitchens have been designed, because they do such amazing food distribution for so many decades. So therefore, a town like Pittsburgh, which was a steel town, now has become a ghost town. A town like Detroit has become a ghost town because it used to be a motor town. But where the manufacturing practices change, then it becomes irrelevant. Whereas temple towns, by definition, maintain their purity and sanctity for year after year, decade after decade, because the deities don't move and shift. So the overall impact which a temple town can have on society over a period of time can be very much amplified. And it is shocking that there could be a conspiracy towards maligning such a wonderful and very powerful transformation which is happening in society at the individual level and at the society level. So at least what I can see from all the reports which I am seeing so far from what you have presented is that there is much more than what meets the eye, and we want to make sure that the truth is really exposed.
Yeah, from what I have seen, Gauranga Das ji, this is not the first, but it's certainly unlikely to be the last. I personally think there is a huge conspiracy against Hindus, and one by one, a group, it has NGOs, it has some politicians, it has the pro-Maoist lobby, the Tukre gang, the pseudo-leftists, and the Hindu-phobic sentiments who hate Hinduism. And I have to add, a large part of the media, they all come together. They create a narrative, then the media creates the narrative, and you end up saying that people are being killed in Hindu temple towns. People are being raped in Hindu temple towns. And therefore, we must destroy the faith that the people have with Hindu temple towns. Yesterday, M.R. Venkatesh came on my program. I think you know him. He said, Arnab, there will be another attack soon on another site in Karnataka. I said, MR, is it going to be the end? He said, no, this is the beginning of a huge fight against Hinduism. And no place is going to be spared. Would you agree with that thought?
See, whenever there is any prominent growth in any organization or movement, there will always be pushback. I come from ISKCON, and ISKCON temples currently are all over the world. But traditionally, most of our temples began from Vrindavan.
Yes.
And Vrindavan was the subject of a massive attack in the age of Aurangzeb. And right from 1670, when Aurangzeb attacked Vrindavan, all the principal 7 deities were moved. Vrindavan was a very, very flourishing temple town at that time. And even before that, when Krishna's great grandson created Mathura and Vrindavan, for 1,000 years, 4,000 years, things went well. But in around 1080, when Mahmud Ghazni attacked, then again, everything was decimated. So Hindus have always been subjected to a lot of attacks in our own land for many, many decades, for many centuries. And now, in the last 10 years, after Prime Minister Modi came to power, with the Indian knowledge system being promoted and with all spiritual places of pilgrimage being renovated, especially like Varanasi, like Kedarnath, like Ayodhya, Ujjain, we can see a huge revival of attraction towards temple towns. And I was shocked to see the data that 31st December 2024, the temple towns and temples attracted more pilgrims than many of the places where people would usually go, like clubs and resorts.
Actually,
so this was a very clear indication that India is changing in a very massive way towards, attraction towards Hinduism.
No, so this becomes a threat for anti-Hindu groups. So Hindus will have to be very careful. I went to Vrindavan about a week back, Gauranga, and I was at the Damodar temple and around the Banke Bihari temple complex. I was so happy to know that the Yogi government and the central government, they are revitalizing the whole Banke Bihari temple complex in Vrindavan. I was also very disappointed to see a level of municipal disarray because of the crowds in that area. I asked a lot of people, they said, we look forward to having the same kind of complex that is there in Kashi, in Vrindavan. So this is a period, viewers, of a Hindu renaissance. This is the period of Hindu revival. Some people who don't like Hinduism call it revivalism. I say today there is nothing better than Hindu revivalism. Hindu revival, Hindu strength. And this is making people very insecure. So do you think the Dharmastala hoax was part of that, Gauranga Dasji? Because a masked man claims a skull being brought, zero evidence being brought, months of digging, the entire state machinery trying to dig evidence. It seems very suspicious, very, very suspicious.
Well, I must say that currently the whole thing is under investigation, but prima facie, there could be a very high possibility that it could be a conspiracy. I cannot rule out that aspect. Being part of ISKCON, in the 70s, when ISKCON was established in India, that time there was also a major conspiracy, and they used to say that ISKCON is CIA agents and they are this and that. And, the famous film was there, Dam Maro Dam, Mit Jayega, and people were saying that, oh, ISKCON is all about, Dam Maro Dam and things like that. So as an organization, both in India and also in other parts of the world where various other groups were very insecure by seeing Western people taking to Sanatan Dharma, and there were many, many cases of brainwashing and claims of being radical Hindus and things like that. There were court cases which we had to fight in many countries across the world. So personally, as an organization and institution over the last 60 years of our existence, we have also experienced this similar kind of thing. So I would not be surprised if something like that is also happening here. And also, I must say that the background you see is that of Govardhan Eco Village, which is a curated temple town in Palghar district. And as you know, Arnab, Palghar is a place where there were these infamous attacks on sadhus a few years ago. And a lot of conversions happen here, and a lot of training of terrorists sometimes happen here. So we have been trying to spread Sanatan Dharma in Palghar, and we experience, sometimes pushback. And, thanks to the fact that we continued on this path of distribution food and doing kirtans and spreading the message of the Gita, last year we also had almost a 1 million people footfall. But as you have rightly said, as the prominence grows, the threat also increases. So it's high time that Hindu forces and temples across come together. I've always maintained the opinion that if the Confederation of Indian Industries, CII, can bring all the industries together, if Indian Medical Association can bring all the doctors together, why can't all the Hindu temples form a consortium so that there is a body where we can always connect with when in case of attack and difficulty and challenges, and come together and share best practices so that we can actually amplify the way we are giving pilgrims the experience. So I would say that it's high time for Hindu organizations and temples to come together, be united, and stand united on a common ground to ensure that the Sanatan Dharma experience is shared with people, because I consider temple to be mandir, which is a hospital for the man or the mind.
So I think it's very well said. I think you have given me a great thought there, and I believe we have played our role in the exposing the hoax behind Dharmasthala. You've also given me a thought, maybe we can have a Sanatan Civilization conference here on the Republic Media Network campus so that this goes out through the media, the power of the media. Had there been no Republic, I can tell you, Gauranga Das ji, had there been no Republic Network, this hoax would have been accepted as reality by some people because they want to put a slur on Hinduism. We are glad that together we've been able to fight that, and I'm grateful for your strong voice tonight in support of the fight against all the forces inimical to Hinduism. Thank you very much, Gauranga Das ji of ISKCON. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I am now joined on this discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fantastic investigation. I first want to tell you that across Karnataka, there is a tremendous amount of public support being received by the Republic Media Network. And for that, I'm grateful to my brave colleagues at the fantastic channel Republic Kannada. I have with me this evening Bhaskara Rao. He's a BJP spokesperson, former IPS and Commissioner of Police in Bangalore. He's held the uniform, very, very distinguished police officer, now with the BJP. I have Anil Kumar, Executive Director of the SKD RDP Trust. This trust has been run by the Dharmasthala Temple. And therefore, this is one of the largest impact institutions in the country. It impacts millions of people in the state through various social welfare projects. Anil, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm also joined by Ratnakar Tripathi of the Congress Party from Varanasi, and Senior Advocate S. Balan, who has made it his life's mission to defame Dharmasthala. And he has made it his life's mission to support the masked man. Yesterday, I want to bring in Bhaskar Rao first, along with Mr. Balan. Today, the people are getting very angry, Mr. Bhaskar. Finally, why has it taken 1 month for people to come out on the streets in protest against the Dharmasthala hoax?
A systematic conspiracy was unleashed against this place, with so many people around that place itself creating doubts in the minds of Hindus themselves over there. But deep down, everyone knew that all this is false. And as a professional police officer, I can tell you that the starting point of investigation itself was very faulty. When the so-called masked man appeared in Beltangadi police station with a skull and a bone in his hand, instead of taking his complaint and treating him as a criminal because he has taken out the skull, as he claims, from one of the graves, because exhumation is a very sensitive process over there. The government, under the influence of leftists, so-called intellectuals, etc., one retired Supreme Court judge also is involved, and some member of parliament from Tamil Nadu and people from Kerala, and all non-Hindus have got together, and they pressurized the chief minister to start an SIT. If the investigation itself was left over there and it was not sensationalized, the sensationalization was done deliberately to defame the entire Hindu community through forces outside Karnataka also. In fact, today, the Member of Parliament has written to the Honorable Home Minister saying that a detailed investigation should be carried out, because a lot of people have been financially benefited to carry out this.
You think people have been paid?
Yes.
People have been paid to defame Dharmasthala?
Yes, people have been paid to defame Dharmasthala.
Who has paid them?
The Member of Parliament has gone on record by writing a letter to the Union Home Minister saying that a ED inquiry should be carried out.
No, but you are saying money has been given. Are you saying the media has also been given some money? Yes, because many media people are involved in this conspiracy.
Because some so-called YouTubers who owe their origin to leftists as well as some people outside the Hindu community. They have been involved in systematically defaming. And from the very beginning, Arnab, investigation has not been carried out as per CRPC. There was no need to put a SIT when there was no cabinet approval. The Home Minister was not aware. Deputy Chief Minister was not aware. Now, gradually, even the congressmen are also realizing that what a foolish and stupid thing they have done by stirring the hornet's nest by messing around with the Hindu temple. It is good, very nice and very strong that the Hindus have united and have realized what kind of hoax is being. We are not anymore weak there and tolerating this. Delegations after delegations are going over there, giving their strength and support. 17 places, the masked man says, dig, and police and revenue people go and dig. So foolishly and so stupidly. We have not done investigation. I have been a police officer for the last 33 years. We have not been led by some...
So also some dubious things have happened.
Suppose as the Bahubali temple said, dig near the Bahubali. And in one place, he dug up to 16 feet. Nobody can surreptitiously bury a body at 16 feet. So we all knew it was a hoax, but it took some time for people to call it a hoax. And finally, we have realized that it is nothing but a huge conspiracy to defame the temple, which is revered by people right from Bidar to Chamarajnagar, that is from north to south of Karnataka, as well as people from outside the place also over there.
So this was a global conspiracy. There were NGOs involved, there were lawyers involved, there was media involved, there was a masked man involved, and a lot of money must have exchanged hands.
The police were tied. Investigation was not going as per CRPC over there.
Now, Mr. Balan, there is a lady called Sujata Bhatt.
Yes.
She says that her daughter went missing in 2003. Yes. And she says the temple is responsible. Yes. Now, where is Sujata Bhatt? I don't know. The media is not being allowed to speak to her. But she has no documents to prove the existence of Ananya Bhatt. There's no trace found in the medical college records where she was supposedly a student. Local residents have also confirmed there is no evidence of Sujata ever having a daughter. Right? She insisted she was a CBI stenographer in Kolkata in 2003. But deep investigations have shown she was not in Kolkata, she was in Shivamogga at that time. And locals have confirmed that she was only a high school pass out, not a CBI officer. And there's an article published in local newspaper called Kamala Vani, which published an article about Sujata Bhatt giving an interview in 2003, where she claims she does not have any children. Now, Sujata Bhatt further alleged she was silenced through intimidation. She claimed she tried to file a missing persons complaint at the Belthangadi police station, where she was turned away. But no proof of any of these claims, and a lot of details are found to be untrue. Mr. Balan, do you know Sujata Bhatt?
I don't know Sujata Bhatt. I have seen in the media, but cries for justice to Ananya Bhatt have been heard for the last 22 years. It's not yesterday, today. See, some people try to...
What do you know about Ananya Bhatt?
Which is not there.
What do you know about Ananya Bhatt?
That you should... Ananya Bhatt, as far as I know through the media, she was a student of Manipal Medical College.
Is there a single document? One minute. Just stop there, Mr. Balan. Mr. Balan.
No.
You are constantly now beginning to qualify your statements by saying, as per information in the media. I am also in the media. I'm asking you. you must not now start to qualify. You see, very interestingly here, Bhaskar Rao is IPS officer. He's been former commissioner. The lawyer, the senior advocate now says as per media. But there is not a single document about the person called Ananya Bhatt. Surely a person born almost 20 years old, apparently a student of medicine, there would be some record to trace her back. To a birth certificate perhaps, a passport,
you permit
an
me for
Aadhaar
1
card.
second to answer.
No, you...
Mr.
Mr.
Arnab,
Balan.
you are not allowing me to
Mr.
make
Balan,
my
no.
stand.
Bhaskar, Mr. Balan must come to details.
You permit me for 1 second.
No, this is Republic Media Network, sir. This is not easy to get away here, sir.
I know.
Now, I'm asking you, Mr. Balan, you know because you came yesterday.
No, you allow me to speak.
A mother must have documents to prove the existence of her daughter, right or wrong.
See, Kannada version, what you played, I heard. The person who spoke in Kannada, she says, she presume. Presumption. No. She is not very firm. She says, she presume. Get a record from the medical college. It's all story created to malign the present investigation.
No, I want to know, just take off the graphic. I want to know here, there is a sequence of claims. Bhaskar Rao, at the most, say an individual crime case. But around that, I don't know the story and I can't decide what is the Sujata Bhatt, Ananya Bhatt story. My question is, at the most, this is a case of an individual crime. But you see the narrative. Bhaskar Rao, you see the narrative. The narrative is hundreds of people have been killed, hundreds of women have been raped, hundreds of bodies are lying under the temple. And the temple authorities are responsible. That's the narrative. No bigger hoax till now. Mr. Tripathi, see, this is a classic perception war. Plant an allegation, globalize it instantly, use the media, and let the retractions vanish into silence. International Echo Chamber, Al Jazeera, Deutsche Welle, Independent, Diplomat, global media, all saying Indian temple town, Hindu temple becomes the center of hundreds of murders and rapes. All global media is writing this, Ratnakar Tripathi, yeah?
Complete slander.
I have one rider, Dr. Goswami.
Yes.
You interrupt me and I won't speak. So please bear with me. I heard Bhaskar Rao ji, I heard revered Gaurang Das ji. Assumption and presumptions. Guarded statement of revered Gaurang Das ji could be, it is much more than what meets the eye, right? And Dr. Bhaskar Rao ji is just demolishing the very foundation of the justice. He is saying that if any person comes to a place, to police station or to the court, with the guilt or confession, and with something which he says he is sabut hai, so he should be taken in custody and tortured, and he should be sent to jail. That is the thing. That is what the policing he did in his life. It is a very sorry affair.
You're not
very sorry affair. The person is being protected by the court, not by the police. And the person. And what had happened? Dharmastala, I think it is a private family trust, temple. They had gone to the court, additional civil judge court, Vijay Kumar Rai B, and he issued an order on 18th, gagging 88,801 media links. And what has happened? On 1st August, High Court of Karnataka quashed its order and said, in the concerned order, though spanning in multiple pages, the concerned order conspicuously lacks the very foundational reason. It is about the application of mind, not about the application of ink. And what happened after that? The Vijay Kumar B was, after that it was exposed that he had studied in a school governed by that temple. And he was a lawyer of the firm who represented the temple family. And he recused himself on 4th August. Isn't it dubious?
1 minute.
He should have done it earlier.
Ratnakar Tripathi.
No, please, don't
Ratnakar
interrupt.
Tripathi.
No, I have more to say.
I'll tell you one thing. This is a classic disinformation cycle. This is a classic disinformation cycle by the pseudo people.
You called me on your show. You have an obligation to listen to me.
No, I don't have any obligation to
please,
make you lie non-stop on my show.
No, please, don't interrupt. You are talking about Sujata Bhatt. If Sujata Bhatt is a false woman, if she is blaming falsely, she will go to jail. And I request Bhaskar Rao ji to depose before the court and record his statement in the inquiry and say it, that this is the thing. This is wrong.
1 minute. Bhaskar will reply to you. Bhaskar will reply to you. You know, now here's the, this is, I think Ratnakar Tripathi is a perfect example of a disinformation wizard. You lie once, if one lie fails, introduce a bigger lie.
Listen to me.
I am asking you, there is a Kannada YouTuber who was arrested for spreading AI-generated misinformation about Dharmastala. He had a viral video called "Who are the serial killers of Dharmastala?" 3.1 million. With me today, Swami Umakantanand Saraswati ji, Mahamandaleshwar of Juna Akhada. Namaskar. Thank you, sir, for joining us.
No, ji.
बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you, sir. Now, I'll tell you the headline, Swami ji. Who are the serial killers of Dharmasthala? 3.1 million views है इसके YouTube में. And he has assumed that people are being killed by Dharmasthala. The target is Dharmasthala. There is a masked man. Nobody knows who he is. कहां से आए हैं, क्या करते हैं, background क्या है, किसी को नहीं पता. But 2 महीने से, for the last 2 months, Swami ji, for the last 2 months, the Karnataka government is trying to find bones that don't exist. And these YouTubers or media is saying that Pura Dharmasthala temple town should be known for murders and rapes. यही कोशिश है इनकी. Swami ji, how big a conspiracy this must be?
देखिए, ये बहुत बड़ी कंस्पिरेसी है, बहुत बड़ी साजिश है. क्योंकि पहली साजिश एक्सपोज हो गई, फेल हो गई कि हिंदू आतंकवाद नहीं चल पाया. पूरे देश में आप देख रहे हैं, अभी सोशल मीडिया का जमाना है. मीडिया पे कुछ ऑथेंटिक चीजें जाती भी थी या जाती है, लेकिन मीडिया से ज्यादा एक्सपर्ट और एकदम आगे सोशल मीडिया रहता है. और सोशल मीडिया के लिए 1000-2000 आदमी बिठाए जा सकते हैं. और जो भी किया जा रहा है, आज भारत जागा हुआ है, सनातन संस्कृति जागृत है और लोग एकजुट हो रहे हैं. तो पहले तो ये हुआ कि खुलेआम बोलिए कि डिमोलिश ऑफ सनातन धर्म. जब वो नहीं हुआ तो उसको फिर से कोशिश की गई, गाली दी जाती रही कि हिंदू आतंकवाद को सरकार दबा रही है, वो लोग इसके दोषी हैं, कोर्ट ने बरी कर दिया. तो कहते रहे कि इनके खिलाफ ठोस सबूत नहीं मिला इसलिए बरी किया है, ये बरी नहीं है. अब वो भी दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है कि नहीं बरी हुए हैं. तो अब किसी तरह से माओवादी, मार्क्सिस्ट और इस तरह के मानसिकता के लोग जो इसके परमात्मा के अस्तित्व या कल्चर, सनातन संस्कृति के विरुद्ध हैं, उनके लिए अब चाहे विदेशी फंडिंग करे, जो बातें हम सुन रहे थे, या सोशल मीडिया खरीदा जाए, आदमी बिठाया जाए, किसी भी तरह हिंदू को बदनाम करी. पूरी दुनिया में आपने अभी कहा कि अल जजीरा से लेके सारे मीडिया में दिखाया जा रहा है कि वहां पे मर्डर हुआ है. अब हजारों सैकड़ों मर्डर हुए तो इंक्वायरी करना वहां की गवर्नमेंट का काम है. गवर्नमेंट इंक्वायरी करे और दोषियों को खोजे, कौन है दोषी. अब कोई मास्क पहन आ रहा है, कुछ ऐसी बातें हो रही है, तो वहां की जो भी लोकल गवर्नमेंट है उसका काम है कि सही से उसकी जांच करे, खोजे. लेकिन अफवाह ऐसे ना फैलाई जाए कि सीधे सीधे हिंदू टेम्पल बदनाम है, हजारों लोग मर गए हैं, उसमें कंकाल भी निकल रहा है, एक आदमी ने गवाही दे दी है और कितने लोग गायब हैं. तो खोज करे सरकार, जांच एजेंसियां खोज करें. ऐसी सीधे सीधे सनातन संस्कृति या मंदिरों को टारगेट करना, ये तो निश्चित ही बहुत बड़े कंस्पिरेसी और साजिश का हिस्सा लग रहा है.
नहीं, कोई इधर कपाल लेके, स्कल लेके हाथ में ले आते हैं. ये कपाल किसी की खोपड़ी बोल रहे हैं, ये किसी की खोपड़ी है, ये कपाल है, स्कल है मेरे हाथ में. और मैं पुलिस स्टेशन चला गया. लुक एट द रिडिकुलसनेस. देखिए कितनी stupid situation. I mean, Anil, I am amazed. कितनी anti-Hindu sentiment है लोगों में. You go with a skull to a police station. और आप कहते हैं कि I have information कि 3 दशक पहले 3 decades ago सैकड़ों लोगों को मारा गया, hundreds of women were raped and their bodies were dug under the temple. कोई एविडेंस नहीं, कोई ओरिजिन नहीं, कोई प्रूफ नहीं, कोई फोरेंसिक एग्जामिनेशन नहीं, कोई नार्को टेस्ट नहीं. कोई भी चला जाए कहे इस मंदिर के नीचे लोगों को 3 दशक पहले मारा गया, रेप किया गया, मैसेकर हुई. और ये सारे स्यूडो सेक्युलर लोग लाइक Balan came and said, I am a Hindu. I don't know what kind of Hindu you are. The defamation of Hindus is going on and you're supporting it, Balan.
I am not a Brahmin Hindu.
I don't know what Brahmin, non-Brahmin Hindu. I don't think you're a Hindu.
I am a Avarna.
No, you may be anything, but you don't seem to believe in Hinduism.
I also
you don't have
think that you are an
respect for Hinduism.
No,
you
why
have
you
no
are
respect
pointing
for
on
Hindu
me?
sentiments. Now,
How
tell
do you
me,
know that?
I'll tell you why.
How do you know that?
I'll tell you. Because
How do you know that?
I'll tell you. Why? How do I know? Okay, everybody. I'll tell you why.
You don't allow me to present my thought.
I'm saying today that I take a skull to your house. Everybody on. I will go to a police station with a skull. आप किसी की खोपड़ी वहां पे ये कपाल आपको मिल जाएगा. 500 रुपए में you can buy a skull. I'll buy a skull. I'll go to the police station. I'll say, Balan has killed 100 people 20 years back. And under Balan's house are all the bodies who people he has killed. Karnataka government will come and dig under your house. You think this is funny?
No. Shall I answer?
No. Tomorrow an allegation like this can be made about any temple town. Any temple town.
No, your narrative is funny. Mr. Arnab, your narrative is very, very funny.
Achha. Anil, you can debate with him. Yeah. Why is it funny? Why do you find it funny? Because
one second. Mr. Bhaskar Rao said the investigation is going on under CRPC, which is redundant. Now investigation is going on under BNSS.
So,
the retired commissioner of police don't know under what provision of law the investigation is going on. And the FIR you have not read. I read the FIR. It is registered under section 211.
Mr. Balan.
And the problem with these IPS officers, they don't have investigation experience at all.
And you have got an
examined IGs, commissioners. You don't know how to investigate.
Oh, really? This is some great startling thing you are mentioning over.
Is lacking.
And I think you are making some very foolish, stupid, and
you don't
uncalled
know
for
what provision of
allegations.
law. Investigation is going on.
And investigation is headed by an IPS officer. At least have faith in him.
See, 1 second.
How do you come to conclusion, Mr. Balan? I don't know on what foundations you speak over there. It is absolutely rubbish and nonsense what you speak over there. And if a police officer, this means you are yourself not aware of BNSS or CRPC. CRPC, it is a superior officer who guides the investigation over there.
No.
It is like saying, who built Qutub Minar? Workers built Qutub Minar.
They guide also, I know how they guide also. See, 1 second, coming to the point, cries are new, not new to that town. Cries are going on since 1979, demanding justice to tragedy. Protests are not new there. We are not blaming anybody else. There were deaths, rapes, murders.
How do you know there are deaths and rapes and murders on what basis?
FIR
No, 1 minute. Mr. Balan. I want to put a few facts before you, and Anil is also on the debate. Ek minute. Just one minute. Mr. Balan, in this stupid story, there is a masked man who says, I can identify many sites. Now, he points to a spot near the Gomtareshwara statue within seconds of arrival. He knows viewers, that Gomtareshwara statue has a lot of sensitivity for Hindus. He said below the statue there are bodies. The Karnataka Congress government starts excavation at 4 p.m. Along with that, Anil, there is a live broadcaster by a YouTuber called Girish, who is saying there's a cover-up. So the full media glare is there. Live broadcasting is going on. And the witness says, this masked man says that a girl from Kerala is buried 15 feet below. But till now, nothing has been found. Then the masked man is told what happened to the body. He says, I am confused. Then the YouTuber says, Bhaskara, remember, look at the YouTuber says, there must be drones. There must be special equipment. Karnataka government goes and gets drones and special equipment and starts digging again. So YouTubers will decide. YouTubers decide karenge investigation. YouTubers will decide how to abuse Hindus.
Sir.
No. Anil, what on earth is going on in Karnataka now with this? Why are people in Karnataka quiet and accepting it? Why are they not coming out and protesting more against what's going on here? Why is Siddaramaiah government allowing this?
Why?
Anil, what's the plan here?
Yeah. Arnabji, today you all are knowing these things. But you know, Dharmastala is experiencing these kind of false, stupid, reckless allegations since 12 years. You know, allegations, conspiracies, amplifying in social media, smear camping and investigation. There is no such things. Dharmastala is correct. There is any involvement of Dharmastala temple management. Then they stop. After some times, one more allegation. One more conspiracies. One more alliance of the same vested interested people. Again, one more thing will reveal the truth. Dharmastala is always truth. So today it has come to the national level. You are all knowing and you are telling that this is a funny thing. Yes, of course, we also experienced many funny things. But here I wish to state one very important point. You just look at the people who are leading this false smear campaign and allegations and conspiracies. The captain who is a rowdy sheeter. The vice captain who expelled from the services for involving in a crime, just fixing a fake mock bomb in the Vidhan Sauda. You know the coach is recently released from the jail, imprisonment for defaming Dharmastala and revered Dharmadhikari Pujya Dr. D. Virendra Hegedeji. And people who are behind this, you just look at their ideology, their belief, whether they are nationalist or anti-nationalist, whether they are socialist, anti-socialist, whether they are pro-poor or anti-poor. This is one way of think which we need to look into. Another dimension of the thing, Arnabji, why Dharmasthala is targeted, that's very, very important. Dr. Hegedeji, a Dharmadhikari of Dharmasthala temple, is not restricted himself for just spiritual aspects. He has developed so many programs. He is undertaking so many projects, which is for uplifting the poor people, which is for the employment generation, livelihood generations for women, rural women, youth, de-addictions camp. Of course, these kind of efforts will also affect one set of people. You know, today, the largest NGO run by the temple is facilitating poor people to access low cost, lower interest credit directly from the bank. Directly from the bank through BC mechanism. It has definitely disturbed a set of money lenders who are charging 40-50% to the poor people and exploiting their poverty. And second set of the people definitely disturbed because of de-addictions camp. Hegedeji is conducting community de-addictions camp wherein lakhs of people are coming out from alcohol consumption habit. Definitely one set of business, liquor business has affected. Another way today, you know how youths have been misused by the people for their rowdyism, for their mafias, for their illegal activities. A one concept of root city and RCET of Hegedeji has created 4 million new employment opportunity for the youth.
No, this
onward
is,
they created
but,
2-3 employment opportunities in the country. Total 2 crore youth have been employed.
Anil, 1 minute. This is not only about Dharmasthala. this is about Hinduism. If I give you an example of a headline in Al Jazeera, we feel angry. स्वामी सरस्वती जी, आपने अल जजीरा की जो बात कही, मैं उनका हेडलाइन पढ़ना चाहता हूं आपके लिए. How an Indian temple town is at the center of hundreds of alleged murders. इंडिपेंडेंट की हेडलाइन है, इंग्लैंड की इंडिपेंडेंट पेपर की हेडलाइन है, रेप, मर्डर एंड सीक्रेट बेरियल. डॉयचे वेल जर्मनी से लिखती है, डिड इंडियन टेम्पल ऑफिशियल्स कवर अप अ मास मर्डर. डिप्लोमैट का देखिए, मास बेरियल्स एट धर्मस्थला पॉइंट टू अनहोली मिक्स ऑफ रिलीजन, क्राइम एंड पॉलिटिक्स. यानी कि हिंदुइज्म इज लिंक टू क्राइम. हिंदुइज्म को क्राइम के साथ जोड़ा जा रहा है. और ये जो हमारे स्यूडो सेक्युलर जितने नेतागण हैं, रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी जैसे, जो अपने आप को सनातनी कहते हैं, उनको गुस्सा नहीं आता है. वो कहते हैं कि ठीक है, जांच हो. अगर यही चीज मुस्लिम सेंटिमेंट्स के बारे में होती तो रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी रास्ते पे होते अपने प्रो मुस्लिम कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ.
अब बोलने देंगे?
नहीं बोले कि स्वामी जी की बात सुनिए. स्वामी जी नहीं, आपको सुनना भी पड़ेगा, क्योंकि आपकी पार्टी ये सब सपोर्ट कर रही है ना. डिगिंग 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 फॉर व्हाट? डिगिंग फॉर व्हाट? किस चीज की डिगिंग?
डर क्यों रहे हैं?
किस चीज की डिगिंग?
आप इतना डरते क्यों हैं मुझसे?
डर, ये सब देखिए भावना,
बोलने दीजिए ना.
भावुक होके बात मत करिए, फैक्चुअली बोलिए मुझे. स्वामी जी, ये जो ग्लोबली सनातन को टारगेट करने की कोशिश है, उसकी केंद्र बिंदु, सेंटर पॉइंट धर्मस्थला है इनके लिए.
जी देखिए, ये तो एक बार अमेरिका में इस टीम ने पूरे इंटरनेशनली एक कॉन्फ्रेंस किया था. सनातन धर्म के डिमोलेशन के लिए पूरे प्रोग्राम बनाए गए थे यूएसए में, और वहां पे भी ये मीडिया में आया था. और ये इतनी बड़ी साजिश है, बहुत अंदर तक घुसे हुए. सनातनियों को इस बात को समझना चाहिए. और ये जितने हमारे, अब नाम हम नहीं लेंगे, लेकिन ये जो सीडो हिंदू और सनातनी है,
सूडो हिंदू अच्छा,
सूडो हिंदू है, क्योंकि हिंदू है तो आप सभी धर्मों का सम्मान हिंदू करता है, सनातन करता है. लेकिन इसका मतलब नहीं कि हिंदू को दबाने के लिए, उसे खत्म करने के लिए कोई साजिश करे और हम उसका साथ देने लगे और वही हम करने लगे. अभी बालन जी ने कहा था, आपने पूछा था कुछ तो कि कैसे आप हिंदू हैं, तो उन्होंने कहा आई एम नॉट हिंदू, आई एम अवर्णा. ही नोज अबाउट अवर्णा. देयर आर 4 वर्णा, आई एम ऑल्सो अवर्णा. सन्यासी became avarna when he got diksha of sannyasa. So you are sannyasi, otherwise you are in the varna, in 4 varna, any varna. आप किसी न किसी वर्ण में है ही. अवर्ण का मतलब होता है साधु सन्यासी. अगर हिंदू धर्म में है, सनातन में है, तो श्राद्ध तर्पण पिंडदान करके साधु बनता है, उसको अवर्ण कहा जाता है. और ये इतनी बड़ी साजिश है, और इस साजिश में आप सिर हिलाएं, आपको हमारी बातें पसंद ना आए, आप अपनी मन से धर्म की मान्यता गढ़ लीजिए. धर्म के बारे में क्या होता है, आप न उसके शास्त्रों को समझते हैं, न सिद्धांतों को समझते हैं, न वर्ण व्यवस्था. और साधु वर्ण व्यवस्था से ऊपर होता है, और आप वर्ण व्यवस्था में ही कहीं ना कहीं है, या किसी न किसी उस व्यवस्था के अंदर ही है. तो इतनी बड़ी साजिश, जैसा जी अर्णव गोस्वामी जी ने पूरे विश्व के मीडिया का उदाहरण दिखाया, सुनाया, वो साफ समझ में आ रहा है कि पूरा प्लान किया गया है. और यहाँ पे खर्च बहुत तगड़ा हो रहा है. इंतजाम पैसे का, लोगों को मोटिवेट करने का, सोशल मीडिया को एक्टिवेट करने का, जिससे किसी भी तरह एक नया नैरेटिव मढ़ा जा सके. जैसे हिंदू आतंकवाद का मढ़ के नहीं मढ़ पाए, तो अब टेम्पल में करप्शन होता है, टेम्पल में रेप होता है, हजारों लोग मारे जाते हैं. ये नैरेटिव नया गढ़ के और पूरे दुनिया को, हिंदुत्व को, सनातन को और भारत की संस्कृति को, भारत की आत्मा को, भारत की मूल विचारधारा को नष्ट करने और दबाने की कोशिश की जाए. जब एक खोपड़ी लेके एक आदमी पहुंच जाता है पुलिस स्टेशन में, तो उस खोपड़ी का कैल्शियम डेटिंग करिए, कब की खोपड़ी है, किसकी खोपड़ी है, डीएनए टेस्ट करिए. आपने कहा 15 फीट खुदाई हुई और उसमें कोई लाश नहीं मिली. मास्कमैन कोई आ जाता है, कुछ भी कह देता है
कि 15 फीट नीचे स्केलेटन कंकाल थी, वो वहां पे छलांग मारकर ऊपर आ गई. तो ये कंकाल छलांग कैसे मार सकती है, इस पर भी इन्वेस्टिगेशन. हाउ कैन अ स्केलेटन डू अ लॉन्ग जंप?
एकदम होना
रत्नाकर
चाहिए।
त्रिपाठी, कोई सेंस और सेंसिबिलिटी नहीं है अभी बाकी इसमें।
और
इतनी हिंदू
सोशल मीडिया में जितने खिलाफ दिखा रहे हैं, इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बाद उनके खिलाफ भी कार्रवाई
महाराज जी आपकी जय हो। मैं जिस संस्था से जुड़ा हूं ना, बल्कि उसके ट्रस्ट में हूं, वो हिमाचल प्रदेश, मध्य प्रदेश और उत्तर प्रदेश में 3000 से ऊपर वेद के लोगों को वेद की समस्त शाखा का अध्ययन करती है।
जी।
और सनातनी है ना, तो सूडो मत बोलिए, छद्म बोलिए। शब्द बता देता हूँ, छद्म सनातनी। मुझसे थोड़ा
तो
सा
वही है,
आपके चरणों में प्रणाम है, सीख लीजिए छद्म सनातनी। और मुझे आपसे या अर्नब गोस्वामी जी से सनातन का सर्टिफिकेट लेने की जरूरत नहीं है।
नहीं, आपको हम सर्टिफिकेट नहीं दे रहे हैं। उन्होंने जो कहा कि हम अवर्ण है
का शांडिल गोत्रीय,
नहीं, आपको हम क्यों सर्टिफिकेट देंगे?
और
आप
मैंने
अपने हैं,
प्रभु
अपने लिए
रामचंद्र से
प्रमाणित
सीखा है। रामचंद्र जी के ऊपर लांछन लगा, उन्होंने सत्ता छोड़ दी।
अरे आपकी पार्टी तो कहती है भगवान श्री राम थे ही नहीं। सोनिया गांधी ने क्या कहा? सोनिया गांधी ने कहा कि भगवान श्री राम तो है ही नहीं, थे ही नहीं।
नहीं, यहाँ सनातन धर्म पे तो सनातन धर्म।
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am short of time, but I have to say this has been a very dangerous conspiracy against the Hindu community, and I am deeply grateful to people all across India who have supported us in showing that the charge, the conspiracy of Dharmastala has ended up in the expose around the hoax. Another hoax coming up, the hoax data that the Congress party used and is now running away from. When I'm back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Sarah, this is your space, slay it your way. थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar and I'm here to tell you that also gives me the license to guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IIHM.
Join International Institute of Hotel Management.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
10 years of Creta, legend forever.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
Well, thank you very much. It's a great honor to have you here. It's Ukraine, and I actually think there won't be. I think that's even overrated, largely overrated, but we're going to find out. How are you? Nice to see you. That's a good way of doing it. Not too long. That's a very... 2, 1. Yeah. All of us would obviously prefer an immediate ceasefire while we work on a lasting peace, and maybe something like that could happen. As of this moment, it's not happening, but President Zelensky and President Putin can talk a little bit more.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Being a legend means reaching a point where no one else has.
to give others a dream worth chasing. 10 years of Creta, legend forever.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
Sarah, this is your space, slay it your way.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
Hi, this is Chef Ranveer Brar, and I'm here to tell you that also gives me the license to guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IIHM.
Join International Institute of Hotel Management.
Our pure Shahi Paneer Masala. Delicious, healthy, every day.
I choose a world where we care and we dare to love. I choose a world where we dream and the limit is the sky. And this world is my home where I'm living my best life.
Mindfully crafted home decor fabrics.
Living my best life.
Sansar, a D-Decor brand. Live consciously.
During Operation Sindoor, India adopted a tri-service approach. It was a whole of the government approach. Every single organ of the state was utilized to bring to bear its power upon Pakistan. It was a well-coordinated tri-service Army, Navy, Air operation. We all know what the Air Force and the Army did. They hit the terror camps. They had the fire assaults on the line of control, and then the Indian Air Force hit 11 out of 12 major air bases of Pakistan. Approximately 20 Pakistani aircraft have been shot down either on the ground or been shot down by surface-to-air missiles or destroyed in the hangars, including at Bolari. The simple fact is
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on the nation's sharpest opinion, I would like to expose the use of false data to make an even larger falsification. The problem, ladies and gentlemen, with many people in the media is that they accept anything they are thrown at face value and then begin to regurgitate and vomit out that fact without checking the numbers for themselves. For example, we have had Rahul Gandhi, who uses what he sees as slight changes in demographic behavior or demography or electoral behavior, what he sees, what his interpretation through his lens. And then he takes these small case studies and he makes a very large point saying that the entire electoral system in the country is fixed. Of course, this is a very convenient way for Rahul Gandhi to gloss over his own abject failures and ineptitude. But tonight, I would like to give you an example of how false data is put out to make a very large point. Now, there is a psephologist from an organization called CSDS. He's quite a visible face. His name is Sanjay Kumar. He put out some rather alarming data a few days back. And according to his data, he claimed that the number of voters in a particular assembly constituency in Maharashtra had gone down by 38% between the Lok Sabha and the assembly elections. And similarly, the number of voters in another assembly constituency called Deolali in Maharashtra, which is in Nashik, according to his data, had gone down by 36.32%. This is his information. He put out this information. And Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party immediately jumped upon this data. And they said that this proves that our allegations are correct and the Election Commission puts out wrong information and is misleading the people of this country, and the Election Commission is fraud, so on and so forth. In fact, they said about the Election Commission, the Congress party's Pawan Khera, who is a master of misinformation, said that next they will announce that 2 + 2 is equal to 420. And that was obviously an attempt at insulting the Election Commission once again. This was a huge claim made by the Congress party that, see, we always told you. And now the psephologists are also saying exactly the same point, and we will use the psephologist data to make a larger point that the electoral system in this country is flawed, and that is why we are losers, not because we are losers, but because the Election Commission has made us lose. Now turns the twist in the tail. Sanjay Kumar, the psephologist in question, whose data was being used by the Congress party to make that extremely large point that the electoral system is flawed and fraudulent, realizes that his information was wrong. And he says that I made an Excel sheet error. The error occurred because I was comparing data of 2024 Lok Sabha and 2024 assembly segments. The data in row was misread by our data team. The tweet has been removed. I had no intention of putting out misinformation, and I'm extremely sorry. So the psephologist realizes that there's an Excel sheet error that he has made. But the Congress party simply deletes the tweet that it had put out so that none of you get to know about the lies the Congress party spread using false information. Now's the twist in the tail. Interestingly, this particular psephologist in question, whose name is Sanjay Kumar, puts out this data on 17th, on the day Rahul Gandhi is about to start a particular phase of his own political movement in Bihar. But the more dangerous thing is, the same author also puts out an article, writes an op-ed piece in which he says that the Election Commission has done this wrong, that wrong. The opposition has cited an unusual surge in the number of voters between the 2024 Lok Sabha and 2024 Assembly election, claiming that the voter list grew by 8% in just 5 months in the Chief Minister's constituency, but some areas saw 20 to 50% surge. The most critical point here is, the psephologist is claiming that the figures are being quoted by the Congress party. But the psephologist is not admitting in the same article that the figures being quoted by the Congress party are his own figures, which he now says are false, which he now says are not to be believed. So who do you believe? The psephologist who turns back on his own numbers? Or the Congress party which uses the psephologist's information to draw large inference? Or the media, ladies and gentlemen, which puts out hundreds and thousands of articles saying that the Election Commission is wrong with this and that and this and that? And now when Republic puts out these points and we say there is a fundamental flaw here. And the fundamental flaw is that this is your analysis of your own numbers, your own inferences, and when the data is proven to be wrong, when it is proved before everyone that this was a magnificent error of data, then how does the Congress party continue on its rant that the entire system, the electoral system of this country is wrong? Ladies and gentlemen, I want to go into further detail. According to the now deleted tweet of Sanjay Kumar in Assembly Constituency number 59 of Maharashtra, Ramtek, the number of voters were 4,66,203, while in the Assembly constituency elections a few months later it became 2,86,931, a decrease of 38.45%. It's a huge claim. Similarly, he claims that in the Deolali constituency, there is a decrease of 36.82%. Now there is a complete retraction. The cephalogist who made the point and the party which used the cephalogist data to make an even larger point are both retracting the data. But is either of them coming and telling you that the large claims being made about the Indian electoral system are not to be believed on the basis of data which is itself suspect? And I ask you, viewers, if the data is suspect, if the data is proven to be wrong, if it is all proven to be a lie, and if all the lies fall flat, then how can you make these big inferences about my nation's democracy? Small clerical error in the case of Minta Devi was amplified by the Congress party, and Priyanka Vadra wore a t-shirt with Minta Devi and her picture emblazoned on it, and written 124 not out written at the back, trying to make a joke, and Minta Devi had to come and say, how can Priyanka Vadra behave like this? Rahul Gandhi's claim that multiple houses were addressed as zero was also debunked by the Election Commission, which said they would often assign house number 0 or notional address to include voters without well-defined or permanent residential addresses, such as homeless people, those whose houses have no official numbering, or those who fail to enter their full address in electoral forms. The Election Commission came out with a clarification. KK Menon, the actor, slammed the Congress party's vote chori campaign for using his special ops clip without permission. Says, I've never been part of something like this. And Rahul Gandhi claimed that the Congress party lost in Mahadevpura because of electoral roll manipulation. And there was a fact check done on that later, because it was proven that Mahadevpura has been a consistent BJP stronghold for a decade, and not a swing seat suddenly lost by the Congress party in 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, all these are incontrovertible, discernible facts. But the problem is, in this era of reels and AI, anybody can spread a lie. And a lie repeated 1,000 times becomes the truth. And I'm here to caution you, ladies and gentlemen, do not be swayed by lies. These lies are aimed at breaking Indian democracy. And we, as a network that says nation first, are warning you to be extremely careful, because there is a larger conspiracy against our country. Some time back, I told you what was happening in Bangladesh, and I said at that point of time about the deep state. And today I would like to tell you once again that, remember, there is a deep state that is targeting our nation as well. Trump does not like India. Trump does not like the independence of Narendra Modi's style of functioning. The United States of America and its deep state are very much in operation. When they brought down the government, elected government in Bangladesh, I had warned you that they will try to do something like this in India. And today I warn you against all the people who have their own interests and own axe to grind and would like to reduce your faith in your nation's democracy. What are we without Indian democracy? The United States of America must be careful not to use any elements, direct or indirect, to target Indian democracy. And ladies and gentlemen, an ounce of information here and gallons of misinformation there can start making you doubt your own country's democracy. I request you tonight, on behalf of one of India's largest and only independent news network, do not fall prey to their designs. Let's debate.
The Congress party is doubling down on its vote chori campaign despite ECI's firm rebuke.
ये जो वोट चोरी का पूरा मुद्दा है, इसके बारे में बात करें, समझाएं जनता को। अगर ये सच नहीं है तो बताएं जनता को। राहुल जी किसी हमले से नहीं डरते, सह लेंगे सब कुछ और लड़ते रहेंगे।
However, today, yet again, Congress landed itself into trouble for the shakiness of its own allegations. This time upended by Lokniti CSDS, the polling firm based on whose data Congress made some scathing allegations. In a post on social media platform X, Lok Niti CSDS co-director Sanjay Kumar had made some claims about the reduction of voters between Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha elections in the state of Maharashtra. He had alleged over 36 to 38% voter reductions in constituencies like Ramtek and Deolali. Without any due diligence, the Congress party doubled down and once again furthered its vote chori agenda, again asking question to the ECI in an attempt to tarnish its credibility. However, unfortunately for the Congress, the data on which it was relying its arguments turned out to be misread by Lok Niti CSDS, something for which they apologized and even retracted their assertions.
While doing the comparison, while putting the two data files together, the rows got shifted, one row up and down, and then it was being compared with wrong constituency. You get the point? Like
I got it.
Two data were being put simultaneously, one after another.
Understood.
Just one row got shifted.
Understood, sir.
The Congress, left embarrassed once again, was forced to delete its tweets. But while Lok Niti CSDS has unconditionally apologized, the vote chori bandwagon is oddly silent.
40 घंटे तक ये जो झूठ परोसा गया, जो अफवाहों का बाजार गर्म किया, हमारे लोकतंत्र को कमजोर करने के लिए, निर्वाचन आयोग पे बेबुनियाद सवाल उठाने के लिए, इसकी जिम्मेदारी कौन लेगा? क्या राहुल गांधी देश से माफी मांगेंगे? क्या ट्वीट डिलीट कर देना, एक्सपोज डिलीट कर देना, जो नुकसान आपने लोकतंत्र को पहुंचाया है, जो तार-तार किया है आपने जनता के विश्वास को, उसका क्या होगा?
The matter has become a national story, with even Maharashtra's Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis taking cognizance of the matter.
आज CSDSने त्या संदर्भात ट्वीट करून आमचे आकडे चुकीचे होते याबद्दल माफी मागितलेली आहे आणि ते सगळे आकडे परत घेतलेले आहेत. आता प्रश्न एवढाच आहे की त्याच्यावर आकांड तांडव करणारे राहुल गांधी माफी मागतील का? मला बिलकुल अपेक्षा नाही, कारण राहुल गांधी हे एक प्रकारे जसं सिरियल किलर असतात तसे ते सिरियल लायर आहेत.
In another instance, a woman from Bihar who featured in Rahul's video on vote chori claiming the name of her family was deleted during the SIR has now backtracked on her claims.
हम लोग देहात के औरत हैं, गंवार लोग हैं, जो जैसा कहता है वही न सुनेंगे. हम लोग गए वहाँ तो वहाँ भी बोला उन लोग के बोलना राहुल गांधी से कि हम लोग के 6 आदमी के नाम नहीं है, पुराना लिस्ट में था, नया वाला में नहीं है. तो वही बात हम वहाँ जाकर बोले हैं.
Meanwhile, the Congress that continues to carry the vote chori banner has lost another leg in its flawed theory against the Election Commission of India, with no proper data to substantiate its claims. Is this the reason why Rahul Gandhi has been evading the Election Commission of India's open challenge to make claims on a sworn affidavit? Who is the Congress more worried about? Its cited data or Rahul Gandhi's false claims?
Sanjay Kumar is co-director of Lokniti CSDS. His tweets were put out to millions of people by the Congress party. Mr. Sanjay Kumar, good evening. You say now that you got your data wrong and you've apologized for your mistake. But your claims were very big claims. Absolutely. And the Congress party used your claims to call the Election Commission 420. Now, you got the data wrong, Sanjay Kumar ji. But this data was also put out on the day Rahul Gandhi was beginning another phase of his campaign, I think, in Bihar. So your data was proving to be very useful to Rahul Gandhi. And now you say the data was wrong. Therefore, the inferences drawn by the Congress party were also wrong. Would you admit?
if they were drawing inferences from my data, definitely those inferences will be wrong. But if Congress party is drawing inferences from some other data, I have no comment to offer on that. Yes, if they have used my data to just build a narrative, this was a wrong data. This was a wrong data means wrong calculation of the data. So I would say, if they are using my data, then the inferences are wrong. But if they are using their own data, I have nothing to comment on that because
but that is one minute. Keep me on air, please. Remove this. 1 minute. Mr. Sanjay Kumar, it's not the Congress party that is using your data. You are also using your data. You wrote an article on the same day saying the opposition is citing an unusual surge in the number of voters between the 2024 Lok Sabha and 2024 Assembly election, claiming that the voter list grew by 8% in just 5 months in the Chief Minister's own constituency. Some booths, according to them, grew by 20 to 50%. You are saying the Congress party is citing data. You are not adding that the Congress party is citing your data. And you are writing an article based upon false information yourself. So on the 18th, 17th of August, Sanjay Kumar, you are very active. You're putting out wrong information on your Twitter handle. On the basis of that, you are making sweeping comments in the Times of India op-ed. Even before the Congress party is using your data to diss the Election Commission, you are attacking the Election Commission using false data yourself. What kind of a psephologist are you?
This article was written few days before it was published on a Sunday. There is no connection between the two that it was being done as part of a conspiracy. The data which I put out on tweet on Sunday was analyzed on Sunday, but the previous data was based on, as you would notice, that the article was based on claims and counter claims by, and those are quoted there by the Congress party.
The tweet of Mr. Pawan Khera of the Congress party is on the 18th of August. Let's be precise. Your tweet is a day before on the 17th. Congress uses it a day later. You publish an article on 17th saying the Congress party is using this data. Now you are saying that this article was written prior to 17th, maybe 14th or 15th. How did you know? How did you know that such data, allow me to complete, sir. How did you know that such data and such inferences would have been used by the Congress party on the 18th? When presumably you wrote the article around the 14th. Were you mind reading the Congress party?
This is the claim which Congress party is making in public domain. When I am referring to this data, it doesn't mean that the data which I am going to tweet out. So that's a reference to the various kinds of claim Congress is making. In a sense, they did make a claim about the
How did you know what claim the Congress party is about to make?
They have been.
How did you know what kind of claim the Congress party is about to make?
I had no idea what kind of a claim Congress party is going to make about Maharashtra, but generally, over last few months, they have been claiming that there is a massive surge in the number of voters in Maharashtra elections.
And you were going out of your way. You were going out of your way. No, 1 minute. Forget what you are supposed to be a psephologist, not a politician. Why were you going out of your way to put tweets regarding Maharashtra, Deolali and Ramtek? Right? To build a narrative which would have been very useful for the Congress party, which is proven to be absolutely wrong. Mr. Sanjay, you are showing a decrease of about 40%, 30 to 40%, right, between the Lok Sabha and Assembly election. Right? But I find here in Ramtek that the Election Commission's Form 20 shows that in the Assembly segment of Ramtek, during the Lok Sabha elections, 182,837 votes were polled. At the same time, Election Commission's Form 20 for State Assembly elections shows that in Ramtek constituency, a total of 207,540 votes were polled. That's a difference of 23,721 votes. when I put it on a percentage basis, that's 23,721 divided by 1,82,837. The margin is 13.47 increase in the assembly segment, whereas you are claiming 38.45% decrease in the assembly segment. Therefore, you're the psephologist, not me. You have made a mistake of 51 to 52%. And the Congress party is quoting you.
I have definitely
And the
made a
Congress
mistake
party
that I
is
have
quoting
admitted.
you.
No.
Isn't it? Congress party is quoting you.
That's their
You are
problem,
off the
that
mark
they have-
by 51 to 52%, Mr. Sanjay Kumar.
Absolutely, I'm off the mark with regard to the 4 constituencies where I put out the data. And I did mention in my earlier interventions that what happened is that if you look at the Nasik West, for which I put out the data, and I said there is an increase of 46-47%. So what happened? The columns got shifted and
But columns got shifted now. One second.
Constituency number 100.
One minute. Sanjay Kumarji, we have to be very factual here. See, you will accept here, right, that I've been also in the business of journalism for perhaps longer than you've been in the business of psephology. So I am in some position to talk to you about facts.
Certainly.
Please understand, sir.
Certainly.
Please understand, sir. There are media today who take data given by you, quoted by Congress at face value. I'm not like that kind of media. Now listen to me, sir. Shyam Kumar Daulat Barve of the Congress won the Ramtek Lok Sabha seat with a margin of plus 76,768 votes against the Shiv Sena candidate during the Lok Sabha election. What you should have done, you should have specifically looked at the assembly segment of Ramtek during the Lok Sabha and found that the gap between Congress and Shiv Sena was only 4,668 votes. Small gap. Are you telling me like a psephologist that this cannot be overturned in the assembly elections? If 23,000 voters more come out to vote, is that unfathomable for the Congress party? And you are therefore on that basis, on the basis of...
say that.
No, but one minute.
Look at the two tweets.
I'm seeing your tweets. I'm seeing your article also. You see, you are not just making a numerical point. You have made a very subjective point, Sanjay Kumarji, and for that you are at fault. You are talking to Arnab Goswami on Republic, sir. Nobody knows its facts better than me. And I am asking you tonight that when you make those big inferences, do you also look at the basic underlying logic here? Look at what happened in the assembly elections. Shiv Sena's Ashish Jaiswal won after he got 107,967 votes. He won against the Uddhav Sena's Vishal Barbate, who got 5,501 votes. That's a difference of 102,466 votes. Sanjay Kumar of CSDS, that is not vote chori. That is complete vote bankruptcy by the Congress party. As a psephologist, it becomes your bounden duty to look at corresponding data of assembly segments and also see a political trend. For you to look at numbers without analyzing a political trend is blasphemous. How did you do that? And I'm seeing your article here. You made all kinds of inferences in your article. Why did you put this? Why did you make this kind of inference?
Put out a tweet today.
No, why did you make these inferences?
Why?
Did you see what happens? I'll tell you why, Sanjay Kumar. My country's democracy is being maligned by political parties. It's okay. But when there is data, you have access to data. I have access to data. I look at data. I put it in context. I tell my people the truth. I say, do not let anybody run your country down. But Sanjay Kumar, you look at data and you begin to say that the Election Commission is wrong. The Election Commission is this wrong, that wrong. The Election Commission is dismissing these allegations as absurd. This is very wrong. The Election Commission has not released CCTV footage citing its legal obligation. It is a legal obligation. You think the Election Commission can violate legal obligations? You think you or I can violate legal obligations? We can't. But this kind of article and these kind of... Why is this happening? Why did you do this? Why did you do this, sir? Why did you make these long comments on my country's electoral system, sir?
I did not say that Election Commission should, overlook the legal legal clauses. I only said what could have been the way to, like diffuse this tension, which is
diffuse
going on
tension,
at the
sir, when the
moment.
data itself, I've shown you the data. I've shown you the data. You admit there is a mistake. I've also talked to you right now about the political trend. I'm a journalist, you're a psephologist, but I've done enough investigations in the past to look at the numbers. No, sir. Sir, would you say today that this falsification of facts...
I have already mentioned it on the...
Sir, listen to me, sir. Congress leaders have used your figures to allege vote theft and vote chori to target the Election Commission. Your apology is out in the open, but the Congress party has not put out any apology. Do you believe the Congress party should also put out an apology?
See, I am not going to tell them because I have no communication with them that whether they should do it or not, but I believe that if they have used the data which I had put out, and I have already mentioned in public domain that the data, the calculation was wrong, they should also come out with explanation that yes, we used a wrong data, at least for Maharashtra, for which I had put out the data.
Sanjay Kumarji, what is happening here is, I'll tell you what is happening here.
Clarification.
What you've done maybe inadvertently, but what the Congress party is doing is take a little bit of data here, a little bit of data there, put a spotlight on it, say it's a wrong trend, and then make a big song and dance that Indian democracy is over. That is not good. You agree it's not good. This country's democracy cannot be broken by people who refuse to accept defeat.
That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. As I mentioned at several places, and I am telling it to you also, Arnab, that this was a big mistake on my part. And this is not part of any conspiracy. This is not part of playing any politics.
So, do you accept? Does your organization has your organization in the past accepted foreign funding?
So,
have you accepted foreign funding?
Oh, whenever, like we do accepted foreign funding for what? We accept foreign funding for doing some projects. We do get, funding for different kinds of.
Has the Ford Foundation given you money?
That in the past.
Has the Ford Foundation given you money?
Long back.
Okay.
Yes, long back we have.
And have you got money from the British government?
I don't remember getting a money.
Have you got money from IDRC of Canada, Hewlett Foundation, Dutch agencies,
no.
Gates Foundation,
no.
International Development Research Center, Ford Foundation?
Ford Foundation I remember because that was a grant which we got long back as an endowment fund. But I don't remember.
So you do receive foreign
other
funding.
Organization which you have.
So you do receive foreign funding.
Receive foreign funding means it is if there is a project which we are doing, and if there is a funding for that project, we do get some funding for the project which we do.
And you particularly do focus on caste in a big way. Caste is part of Congress party agenda also.
This is all in public domain. What kind of
whether it is or not, I'm only asking you whether you accept. Sir, you can say yes or no. Do you accept foreign funding? Have you got money from Ford Foundation? Have you got a lot of money from Western sort of NGOs?
I said yes.
Yes, you have taken money from.
I said yes to the question which you had asked earlier. Yeah, and to the question of do we use caste as an angle to do the analysis? When we are doing electoral analysis, voting behavior analysis, we definitely use caste as one of the variables along with several other variables. So caste is used as one of the variables. But suppose we did a project for looking at
only among Hindus.
Cities.
Only among Hindus.
We are not looking at caste.
Only among Hindus. Sir, Sanjay Kumarji, one point here, sir. Please put it to you on record. I have also been a student of social anthropology and sociology. I want to ask you, have you looked at similar fault lines amongst the Muslim community in detail as part of your electoral mapping? As part of your electoral mapping, do you map in as much micro detail caste divisions within the Muslim community, or do you only look at such deep caste divisions among the Hindu community? Your material is in public domain. Please remember when you're answering this.
So, whenever we find, differences of voting pattern, among the Muslim caste or Muslim, looking at Muslims in terms of class, we do make those analysis, and
not among the Muslim community. Not among. I find not among the Muslim community. Not among the Muslim community. Yes.
Yeah, generally not among the Muslim community.
Why? See, I tell you why I'm asking you this. I find this interesting. Congress party also focuses on micro caste divisions in the Hindu community, not the Muslim community, neither do you. Congress party uses your data to make a narrative, and then you say the data is wrong, but Congress party does not apologize. That data is then used to build a large narrative about Indian democracy being at fault and vote chori. Whereas I put contextual information to you to prove tonight to you, Sanjay Kumar, that you failed to apply context in your large conclusions which you were drawing. And I'm also accusing you of drawing large inferences in an op-ed piece, which seems to be singularly aimed at saying that the Election Commission is not open to genuine criticism. Whereas the data on the basis of which that criticism is being put has been proven to be wrong. You are talking about the faults of the Election Commission, but the inferences that are drawn out here, you're very anti-Election Commission yourself. I find your article to be an extension of the Congress party argument. You are saying that the Election Commission is not showing initiative, does not meet larger groups. When 300 MPs from the India bloc marched to his office, Election Commission refused to meet them, blah, blah, this, that, this wrong, that wrong. So you are providing a parallel narrative here, and you are saying that the fragile trust and fragile communication between opposition and commission has been broken. You're making the argument like an opposition leader on the basis of data which you say accept is wrong and which you are now apologizing for. But do you realize the damage that is being done in the process, Mr. Sanjay Kumar?
No, absolutely, the damage has been done because it.
But then you come out just say that my data was wrong. I'm sorry.
In a very big way.
No, but for you it is just a tweet. But the damage is done because of it, because you are supposed to carry some credibility, Mr. Sanjay Kumar.
I realize that the damage has been done in a sense.
But then what happens? The narrative has been made. No, every child in this country is being given the hashtag vote chori. But you are right there in the epicenter of it. Your data has been used by the Congress party. And you're saying, okay, my data was wrong.
That's not the only data which Congress.
Yeah, but that is a lot of data. That is a lot of analysis also on the side.
That's not the only data.
17th, I have your article with me. I have your article. Should I read your article? While questions about the neutrality and fairness of the Election Commission have been raised in the past, the current standoff marks a new low. The opposition has accused the Election Commission of vote chori. You know, the greater onus of this lies with the Election Commission. The Election Commission is being combative. So do you feel used by the Congress party in this process, sir?
Sorry?
Do you feel used by the Congress party?
I do feel, because if I had put out a data in public domain, they have, played it up, had, graphs, and that has been tweeted by a large number of Congress party. And now, when I have already mentioned that the data, the calculation was wrong, and I have, as a tender an apology, I have deleted the data, I think Congress party should have also said that this data, the Maharashtra data, which they have used, is wrong because the source, because they have used my data.
I think the premise falls, sir. Don't you think so? I think the premise is falling. The premise is collapsing before our very eyes, Sanjay Kumar. This is the most watched program on Indian television. You are supposed to be the top psephologist. I'm bringing you context, and I don't know why you put this contextual argument on the side against the Election Commission. See, Sanjay Kumarji, our country's democracy is complex. There are many constituencies. There are many trends. There are many patterns of behavior. There is an ever-changing demography. You say you are a psephologist. Why don't you go to my district of Assam, Sanjay Kumar, and analyze how my district of Assam, which is Borpeta district near Nalbari, near Kamrup, Borpeta, how much of it has been taken over by Muslims? So many from Bangladesh. You will find 75% of Borpeta, Assam is Muslim majority. Is that not changing demography? How come, Sanjay Kumar? How How come in places like my district of Assam taken over by Muslims from Bangladesh, no psephologist like you or no political party like Congress comes and says, oh, demography changing. Why? Bangladeshis are welcome. Mr. Kumar, I'm not one to lecture you, but you've gone totally wrong on this. You should ask the Congress party to stop quoting you like this because you got it wrong.
Since they did not seek my permission to use the data,
Sir, but they are talking about vote chori. Dunia bhar mein they keep talking vote chori, vote chori, vote chori. They made it a huge spectacle about vote chori everywhere. People in parks, public places, cinema halls are talking about vote chori. But when at the core of it, the data on which vote chori argument is made is proven to be false and everybody goes quiet. So it's not correct.
The data which they have used.
Sir, you are a psephologist because there's Indian democracy. The day Indian democracy is made to collapse by these people, there will be no psephology either.
So this is the same question which you have repeated. You are repeating, and I have already answered that. What else do you want me to do? I have already tendered a public apology in public domain, and I have already replied to your question.
Well, I would like people across the country to watch this so that they realize how easy it is to play people's minds. I am saying, Sanjay Kumar, that people who say vote chori have a huge conspiracy against my country. We must fight this. You must now join my fight in making sure this vote chori lie is never allowed to be repeated. I thank you, Sanjay Kumar ji of CSDS, for joining me this evening.
If I find...
Yes, you're saying something, Sanjay ji.
No, I was saying if I get evidence that this whole campaign of vote chori is wrong, because they have used my data, that's wrong. But if the other data which they are also citing is wrong.
Data is there. Your data, you twist it here, there, depends on the lens you want to look at it from. Why don't you go to my part of the world, Assam? You'll see the real data. You'll see the battle Himanta Biswa Sarma is fighting against Bangladeshi infiltrators.
When the time comes. When Assam election will take place, I will.
Why during election? Why when Bangladeshis are walking in? Why do you only want to go during election? Go to Assam and see. You go there, visit.
Whenever I would.
नहीं, जहाँ पे मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन बढ़ गई है बांग्लादेशियों के कारण, वहाँ जाके बताइए ना किसने वोट चोरी किसने की है.
जाएंगे, देखेंगे, वो भी देखेंगे, ये भी इशू है, इस पे भी आगे चर्चा करेंगे.
30 साल की देरी हो गई संजय कुमार जी असम जाने में आपकी. But I thank you very much for joining me this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your support on that. Thank you, Sanjay Kumar, for that. Anmol Pawar, Pankaj Sharma, data falling flat, Jyotsna Tirunagiri, TDP, Shazia Elmi, BJP. The interview is there, the data is there. Your first thoughts on this, Shazia? What do you think is happening here?
First of all, I'd like to say Sanjay Kumar admitted his mistake, but the mistake is too serious.
Too serious.
And it's too serious and cannot be overlooked. It cannot be an oversight. Columns don't shift by themselves. They shift when you want to rush a narrative without facts. So either DS doesn't know how to read the data, or they are knowingly, unknowingly, unwittingly helping Rahul Gandhi peddle a lie, a very dangerous lie. A lie that affects our country and our faith in democracy. So I don't know why data experts should become data distorters. Rahul Gandhi grabbed a wrong Excel sheet, made a full-blown, almost like a fake campaign around it. But just see, I mean, if you flip two columns, you flip the entire meaning. And this is a very serious error.
Very
I
serious
just find this mistake very shocking. It shows carelessness, some kind of political...
Yeah, we'll open the lines tonight on this. I'm opening the lines. A lot of people calling after Sanjay Kumar's interview. Anmol, you see this data, when the data itself is proven to be incorrect, then the inference proven to be very incorrect. And I even quoted here, even Sanjay Kumar was making these allegations on Election Commission, which he says he shouldn't have, obviously. Anmol.
Arnab ji, good evening. Arnab ji, tell me who was caught on camera tampering ballots and stealing the Punjab mayoral polls?
Don't change the logic.
Who was caught defacing the ballot papers during Punjab mayoral polls?
Don't change the logic.
It was BJP.
Don't run away from your own allegations.
Arnab ji, with folded hands.
No, with folded hands, I'm telling you, you made the argument here that there was change in voting pattern. I showed you the data was incorrect. Now you're changing the goalposts. Anmol, don't run.
You're not even.
Anmol, don't run.
You're not letting me speak. You're not letting me speak. Tell tell me which party did the Supreme Court said that they have made mockery of democracy? It was BJP. Who deleted lakhs of genuine voters in various assemblies of Delhi? It was BJP. Who scrapped the Supreme Court Constitution bench judgment
Your data has been proven to be wrong.
the CJI from
Viewers, if you want to call in on my very
it was
important program
BJP.
tonight, the lines are now open.
Who openly distributed saris, shops and gold chain? It was BJP. So tell me, what proof do you require? It is crystal clear that it is Bharatiya Janata Party in collusion with the Election Commission, which is committing daylight robbery of votes. And these are not allegations pulled out of thin air. These are not allegations pulled out of thin air. These are facts. These are facts established. These are facts established in courtrooms, captured on CCTV camera and documented, well documented in the form of written complaints. But despite all these glaring evidence, did Election Commission took action? No. Who is complicit with the Election Commission? It is the BJP.
Alright, come on, Anmol. Anmol, your numbers have been proven to be wrong. Let's talk about the facts. You see, viewers, the point is that the opposition. 10 seconds, Sir, 1 minute. Sir.
Arnabji, you speak of
Sir, you can't do this.
Arnabji,
you can't. Today, Republic has shown to you that your numbers were wrong.
You speak of
Republic has shown that the numbers was wrong. I've gone down to the micro details, sir. To every 1,000th of the data is with me. Nobody understands data in this country better than me. You know that. Now you tell me I've proven the data wrong. Jyotsna is wrong. I want to restrict myself to data. Jyotsna.
Arnab ji, I would say after listening to your talk with Sanjay Kumar ji, I would say one thing. A tight slap to Congress and all its allies that no more gundagardi with bogus data. Thank you so much, Arnab ji. Thank you so much for doing this. I'll tell you why. Because what they are doing today is they are literally, it's a smear campaign that they are running. They want to do it. They want to demean the constitutional body of India. They want to demean the voters of India. That's in their innate thing. That's their innate nature, Arnabji. Now, Arnabji, with the same tone that you have asked and spoken to Mr. Sanjay Kumar, I would request you to ask Congress. Please ask Congress, Arnabji, if there was any vote chori. If there was any vote chori, Arnabji, ask them why have they not filed a single objection with the EC? Single objection with the EC. Not noise in parliament. Noise in parliament and silence in procedure. Come on. अब आके ये बोलते उल्टा चोर कोतवाल को डांटे. ये कहाँ की रीति है भाई? कर्नाटक में जीतते हैं, अरे इलेक्शन कमीशन तो अच्छा है. तेलंगाना में जीतते हैं, इलेक्शन कमीशन अच्छा है. And then what? Where is it? Even Haryana.
Volume louder.
Election commission.
So louder.
But what's wrong with them now? And one more thing, the real threat to democracy is Congress and its fake narratives, Arnabji. It's not EC or it's not NDA, it's not about anybody else. It's Congress and its fake narratives. And now, let's focus on data. Data, jo ye kood rahe na data pe. Let's focus on data, Arnabji. Mr. Sanjay Kumar, who said my data and the interpretation was wrong, I apologize. अब राहुल गांधी जी कहाँ गए? जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का बुक हाथ में लेके बोलते हैं कि मैं तो अच्छा हूँ. I don't speak, lies. तो ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का जो लाल किताब हाथ में पकड़ के घूमने वाले राहुल गांधी जी आज कहाँ गए? And I'm afraid, Arnab ji.
Well done. Well, absolutely here tonight.
I'm afraid, Arnab ji. Congress wants to win the debate. One second, sir. Congress wants, see, the hypocrisy, I'll tell you, Arnab ji. Congress wants to win the debate and lose the elections. अब ये होता है कि ये लोग क्या करते हैं जब इलेक्शन हार जाते हैं ना, आके ये बोलते हैं अरे मैंने तो परीक्षा ठीक से लिखा ही नहीं, मैंने तो पढ़ा ही नहीं, मगर मैं हार गया.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sir, Rahul Gandhi.
Pankaj, kahan, you see everywhere Rahul Gandhi has been fact-checked. I'll tell you this.
Convener Arvind Kejriwal ji personally went to the Election Commission with documented evidence.
Chalo, I won't comment on Arvind Kejriwal right now. This is about Rahul Gandhi. Now, what is being proven here, Anmol?
Remained a mute spectator. You spoke about nation first and I admire that spirit. But tell the nation that BJP was caught stealing elections. And it was the Supreme Court which said they have made mockery of democracy. बताइए ना अगर आपके लिए नेशन फर्स्ट है तो कह दीजिए आज देश से कि बीजेपी ने वोट चोरी की थी पंजाब में.
That's what you want. It was neither EV or electoral votes, and we're discussing electoral votes. We're talking about elections and EC. Do not confuse the issue, my dear friend. And it was a Saurabh Bhardwaj who sat and who stood up in the Vidhan Sabha with one dabba, one tin box, and said, this is how elections are rigged. And what happened in Punjab? What happened? You had egg on your face. You had 3 big omelets on your face, and you didn't know what to say. And the whole dabba that Saurabh Bhardwaj was carrying, that tin box was thrown aside. So do not lie. You've been caught again and again. And it's so sad. And you know what Congress Party said about you about Punjab? Do you know what Congress Party said? And you said about Congress Party that Congress stole the election. That's how confused you are. Congress says Aap stole the election in Punjab. Aap says Congress stole the election in Punjab. Saurabh Bhardwaj stands in Vidhan Sabha with tin box. And the tin box is like, this is how elections are rigged. Punjab results come.
No, the point is, see, the thing is, viewers, I'll keep it very simple, Shazia. Shazia, the main point is, Rahul Gandhi got some data, and on that data, on the basis of some data which he interpreted, he said that the Election Commission is unfair. Now, when the data is proven to be wrong, should he not come and apologize? Or should Pawan Khera not come and apologize? Pawan, you keep saying vote chori, vote chori. अब आपकी अपनी fact चोरी पकड़ी गई. आपकी fact चोरी पकड़ी गई, तो आप क्यों माफी नहीं मांग रहे?
Rahul Gandhi
तथ्यों की चोरी कर दी आपने.
PowerPoint presentation on 7th. This data was released on 17th.
Same kind of point, no.
They are on 7th.
On the data of 7th,
there should be a thorough probe into this entire 20-hour episode. Watson, this organization released this data on 17th.
Yeah, but in Mahadevpura, your argument on Mahadevpura, when I came on air and I said, Pankaj, listen, Pankaj, your argument was Mahadevpura.
Then was on 7th.
I know, but listen to me, no, Baba. I came on air and I said, according to my data, and I am the best in data in the country. According to my data, Mahadevpura has been a consistent BJP stronghold since forever. It is not a swing seat suddenly lost by Congress. Mahadevpura as a constituency comes into existence in 2008. Every time Congress loses, every time BJP wins. In fact, BJP won by 48.6% in 2013, 50.4% before in 2018, 54% in 2023. So BJP winning. BJP winning is the fact.
Correct.
Congress losing is the truth. इसमें mystery कहाँ है भैया? आप हारते हैं, बीजेपी जीती, इसमें thriller क्या है? Confusion का आप हारते हैं.
Why are you?
Your argues हम क्यों हारते हैं? वो here you do आत्मचिंतन, you do a चिंतन बैठक on it.
With the data.
Everybody on.
Which
Come on, Pankaj, you lost tonight.
There is no connection.
Apologize, say sorry to the country.
Is there any connection?
Arnabji, I'll tell you one thing, Arnabji. What is happening, I'll tell you. In 1975, Congress killed democracy with emergency. In 2024, they are trying to do the same by spreading misinformation. That's the reason I said...
Naresh Sharma calling from Mumbai. Naresh ji, let's go to Naresh fast. Naresh.
Hello.
Hi, Naresh, go on. What's your thought?
Yeah, hello. Arnab, good evening. I'm calling from Mumbai.
I know. I hope you're above water.
No, it's raining down here in Kulaba. I'm Kulaba, so Kulaba is the safest place. So no problem right here, right now. Yeah, Arnab, I just wanted to tell you because, this man is so-called Rahul Gandhi who thinks that he wants to be the future Prime Minister of India. I just have to tell him one thing. He keeps on coming with these ideas. I don't know from where.
God knows where he comes from. I know.
Yeah, and he has everything to say apart from what he fails everywhere. He's failing every time, and he comes up with.
Yeah, but Naresh, he should have the. I feel he should have the decency to say sorry. That he's not doing. Pranay from Lucknow. Pranay, Naresh, thanks. Pranay from Lucknow. Pranay.
Yeah, Arnab. I think this appears to be a very serious issue.
Of course.
I think Sanjay Kumar should not be left like this. ECI must file an FIR and have these people very deeply investigated.
There should be a probe on whose behest he has been doing
problems.
this.
Only trying to
there should be an investigation. I felt he could not give me any answers today. Ashok from Mumbai, are you there? Ashok, you there?
Yes.
What do you think, Ashok?
Arnab, there is a very
Missing you, Ashok. Ashok, you're there? Lost the line there. This is getting very serious. Shazia, Anmol, this is getting very serious. Very serious. After today's program, so many people call.
You know, you want Rahul Gandhi to apologize. The king of fakery is threatening the chief election commissioner and the election commission.
BJP calls Rahul Gandhi king of fakery.
Chief election commissioner is threatening the leader of the opposition. It's Chori and Sina Chori.
Okay, Sri Charan from Bengaluru. Sri Charan.
And it's terrible.
Sri Charan.
Hi, Arnab sir.
Hi, what do you
Arnab
think?
Sir.
What do you think, Sri Charan?
My point is quite clear. Sanjay Kumar has already apologized for his wrong numbers.
Correct.
And Rahul Gandhi is clinging to the same faulty data to attack the election commission. If the source has admitted the mistake,
I don't know how it works. I don't know how it works.
Rahul Gandhi never used the data released by CSDS.
He may not have, but Pawan Khera is from Congress Party or BJP? Pawan Khera works with Rahul Gandhi or JP Nadda? Girish Gudur from Pune.
8 days after that, there should be a probe on.
I have only 2 points, Arnab.
Girish, yeah, 1 point, Girish. Less time today, yeah.
Yeah. These people should not be left. They should be punished or banned. That is as simple as that.
Okay, Girish, I thank you very much. Strong views on this. Viewers, if you watched it, you want others to watch the video of Sanjay Kumar's interview, I will cut a clip and put it on the Nationalist Collective WhatsApp group. I'm trying to get you to join the Nationalist Collective WhatsApp group. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for watching. 2 hoaxes pushed out today, or rather defeated today. The hoax on Dharmastala, and second, the hoax on data that was being supported by some people from the Congress Party. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला। भारत की अपनी दुकान इंडिया सोना, अपने देश का सामान इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
Sarah, this is your space, slay it your way. थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, राजा और मसाला।
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, राजा और मसाला। Sarah, this is your space, slay it your way. ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
During Operation Sindoor, India adopted a tri-service approach. It was a whole of the government approach. Every single organ of the state was utilized to bring to bear its power upon Pakistan. It was a well-coordinated tri-service army, navy, air operation. We all know what the Air Force and the army did. They hit the terror camps, they had the fire assaults on the line of control, and then the Indian Air Force hit 11 out of 12 major air bases of Pakistan. Approximately 20 Pakistani aircraft have been shot down either on the ground or been shot down by surf.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ, डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं।